just the first of several to come.
More championships are coming to Knoxville. Just wait and see.
He's giving me everything, so just to be able to, bring back this national championship, it just means the world to me.
Knoxville, or Titletown, is ready to celebrate their Vols.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to 10 About Town. We are celebrating the baseball Vols and their first ever College World Series championship. We are just a little more than 2 hours away from a big parade to honor the team's historic season. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Brittany Bailey. Bye. Bye, guys. Great job. Looks great. And that is Robin Wilhoit. You see there live along Gay Street in downtown Knoxville, where that parade is going to kick off later this evening. We want to check in with Robin now. She is again along the parade route, which is scheduled to step off from right after 6 from the Gay Street Bridge. It will march down Gay Street to Wall Avenue and then to Market Square, where a big celebration will follow. And roads along the parade route and around Market Square will close this evening at 6. Now, if you can't make it down to the celebration, don't worry. You can watch the parade live right here on Channel 10. And on the map, you'll not only see the parade route, but every location where we have our cameras set up along the route. As you can see, there are a lot of viewpoints, so you surely will not miss a thing. We also want to give you a live look at Market Square, where that parade will end later today. You can see everything is set up and ready for a big celebration tonight to honor the baseball Vols. And because of the parade, you will not be able to park along Gay Street, so all cars must be moved. City crews did post signs earlier today. Parking on Gay Street will be allowed again around 10 o'clock tonight. And as the Vols get ready to come back to Knoxville, you see them there as they boarded the flight back to Knoxville. They are set to arrive in just about 15 or 20 minutes, I believe. This is a video the team posted as the players were boarding their plane to come back home. And as you can see, they are wearing championship gear and hats and, of course, holding that trophy as they get onto the plane there. You see it. Well, Chief Meteorologist Todd Howell is on Market Square right now. You can see the great view behind him where all of that action is going to take place. And luckily, it looks like Todd has a little bit of shade because it is pretty hot outside today.
Brittany, you're exactly right, but it's hot, but it's a beautiful day. Why? Because we've got the national champion baseball Vols about to land here at home and head this way to Gay Street for the parade. They make their way into Market Square. As you just saw our live view right above me on the rooftop, we are on the balcony here at the Knoxville Chamber of Commerce. They have graciously let us be right here. We are in the shade. It's a beautiful, mostly sunny and hot afternoon, but it is so exciting. Emily Ray Cochran's going to join me in just a second, and we are so excited to be here with you and to bring you the live coverage of the national champion baseball Vols today. And what a glorious time. A lot of folks are going to be gathering here. Let's take a look at what's happening right now as we show you our tower cam view right now. Here's what we're seeing. Sunshine in Knoxville, and we are looking at, the hot temperatures across our region. We'll go ahead and pull up the current conditions for you right now, and those temperatures 90 degrees currently. Now the dew point 61. It's hot, not overly humid, thankfully. And there's a check of those current temperatures. 91 at Maynardville and Tazewell. It's 89 in Oak Ridge, 90 Lenoir City. Boy, it's hotter in Sweetwater and Athens, 93. We'll cool down steadily tonight into the 60s. And let's go ahead and show you the parade forecast, as we are going to be talking about, temperatures starting off hot and then slowly cooling from the low 90s into the 80s, even 70s later on. I bring in now Emily Ray Cochran. Emily, you and I have been chatting about what an exciting night that was for the baseball Vols last night. And can you believe it? Here we are, about to celebrate a national championship.
I can't believe it. Tennessee baseball receiving their first national championship in program history. Not only that, the first #1 overall seed to win it all since 1999.
Wow.
Just so much unbelievable history. And you know who was there, Todd?
Yes.
3 big names. Peyton Manning.
Yes.
We got Josh Heupel.
Right.
Rick Barnes just coming out to support Tony Vitello. Vitello and this team, and it's just so fun to watch.
Yeah, so fun to watch. And I tell you what, those three were having a great time, weren't they, Emily?
Every time, Christian Moore hit a home run, Dylan Dreiling hit a home run. I mean, it was just absolutely exciting, and Peyton Manning was just so thrilled. But also, Karthik Venkataraman did have the opportunity to speak with head basketball coach Rick Barnes after the game, and he said, it almost makes me want to win a national title, too.
Here with head coach of the men's basketball team, Rick Barnes. Barnes, I saw you with a nice little hug with Tony Vitello after the game. What was that moment like?
Well, it's special because you don't get to do this very often, and for him to be at the top of the mountain right now and for what he's done in his time on Rocky Top and get it done here, and he's been knocking on the door, and not only excited for him, but our university, but also his players.
Success has been something that's just coming and coming and coming for Tennessee athletics. You guys had a great season. Now Tennessee baseball, the softball team, women's tennis, you can name it. I mean, we could go down the list. To see that much success for this school, how cool is that to see?
Well, it's great, and we'll all tell you it starts at the top, you know, with Randy Boyd and Donnie Plowman and Danny White and what they've done and how they've provided what we need to compete at the highest level. But we all know you can't get it done without the players, and for him to get it done tonight with his players and his staff, it's really a special national championship, not only for them, but for the University of Tennessee.
Questions going to be coming to your way. Rick Barnes, when's the championship coming for you all?
Well, we want it right now. I can tell you we want it right now, and I can tell you we're going to try to go after it.
Karthik Venkataraman and Frank DeLuca were live in Omaha to grab all of that great footage of head coach Tony Vitello and Rick Barnes just embracing in a hug. How cool was that?
Oh, my gosh. All of them were having the best time, and we all were having a great time. I tell you, somebody else who's having a great time today, our own Robin Wilhoit, who is on the parade route. And, Robin, what an exciting day it is going to be, already has been, and is certainly about to be this evening. Send it over to you, Robin.
Thank you, guys. You, the two of you, and me, we have the best seats, or I guess in this case, the best balconies in the city. Yes, this is where the action will be happening on the diamond on Gay Street. The team, as you mentioned earlier, will be making their way in a parade down the Gay Street. So it will be starting on the Gay Street, make its way down Gay Street, and end up the Market Square where we just saw Todd and Emily, and that is where the celebration will begin. It'll be after 6:15.
Well, as you can see, we're having a little bit of trouble with the audio with Robin. We're going to get that worked out and then check back in with her. But as soon as the game was over last night, national championship apparel was up for sale, and that includes shirts and hats. They were designed by Bacon & Company, and by the way, you can pre-order them right now from the Vol shop. And take a look. Yes, this is live in studio. One of those national championships hat looking pretty good if you'd like to get one. And by the way, the last time the Vols made it to the College World Series finals was in 1951. They lost 3-2 though and finished as runner-up with a 20-3 record that season. At the time, the games were not played at Charles Schwab Field as they are today. Instead, they were played at Rosenblatt Stadium, which is standing right beside the zoo in Omaha now. And the rock on the UT campus also was painted to honor the baseball Vols. Earlier today, as you see, it was painted black with that Vols orange logo. It also had the College World Series logo on it. And take a look, you know, folks are fast when it comes to painting the rock. The rock has already been repainted since what it was like earlier today. Take a look at how it looks now. It looks as if a large baseball has crashed into the rock, and it says 2024 National Champs. Looking pretty good on the UT campus. We're going to have much more ahead with this big celebration lasting through the parade and into the big party on Market Square. We'll be bringing it all to you live. Stay with us.
Now get $2,000 under invoice on new Jeep Wrangler.
Your national champions are just about to arrive back in the Knoxville area. We want to give you a live look from the airport. Of course, the team beat Texas A&M last night 6-5. And as you can see, Sam Perez is there now at the airport with folks waiting to welcome home the men's team for that national title celebration. Sam, what are you seeing?
Yeah, Brittany, it is exciting here as people are waiting for those national champs to arrive here at the airport. So we can hear a plane taking off right now. It is just moments away from the team arriving back here in Knoxville. So I'm going to step out of the way so you can see a little bit of what we're expecting to see. So we're going to zoom in and you can see a large police presence. Now, there is a big motorcade, a big crowd of them outside of the airport waiting to escort the team buses. So we're expecting the team to get off of the plane as soon as they land, and they're going to be taken into these buses. We've talked to coordinators here at the airport that say that it's going to be a quick process because they are ready to get to that parade. So then over to the side here behind the fence, you can see members of the Big Orange family that are here ready for those players to arrive and ready to give them a big welcome to those national champs. So again, it is just a few minutes before those players arrive here. Now, they did get about an 8-minute delay at the airport in Omaha, which had them come here about 38 minutes late. So they are a little bit delayed, but we are just eager, waiting for them to get here. So again, expecting them to arrive any second. You can see those buses. As soon as we arrived here at the airport, those buses pulled in. It's 2 of them. They are ready to pick up those players. So we are still waiting on them. We'll zoom in. We can see some of the fans and the family members here. We've got some signs. Of course, people having their national championship gear ready as they are waiting to welcome them here to Knoxville. This is such an exciting time. And then, of course, we have that parade starting later this evening. You saw all the preparation. You saw Market Square is busy, and the energy is high there as people are just waiting on the arrival. All right, we see them starting to come. We're trying to get a good view through this fence. We're going to zoom in a little bit so you can see better. We have a little bit of an obscured view, but we want to make sure that we get a good shot of those champs getting onto the bus right now.
Hear me, but
all right, let's
Sam, can you hear me?
Yes.
Quick question. So you said you can almost see them.
Yes.
Has the plane landed then?
It looks like the plane has landed. We don't have a lot of communication here from the directors, but we're tracking we're tracking the flight on an app that does look like they have landed here in Knoxville. And again, we don't have a lot of communication here, but you can see people are anxiously awaiting, and it does look like we're seeing a little bit of movement over there by the plane. It's hard to see through those signs. All right. We see some people walking around. Again, really excited for them to get here. All right, I'm going to take another look at that app to see the status. It does say that their trip from Omaha was 1 hour and 33 minutes total travel time. It does say that they've landed here at the airport. We are still looking, trying to get a good view. We see people there taking pictures over by the buses. We've got some phones out, both the fans here on the other side of the fence, and also if you can get a view closer to the airplane, everyone's got their phones out, making sure they capture this momentous occasion of these national championship players here in Knoxville. Again, the first time the team has done this, the second time since 1951 that the players made it to the College World Series, but such a momentous occasion that they're here right now, and they are officially national champions after defeating the Texas A&M Aggies. It was a great game last night, and I'm sure they're tired, but ready to feel the high energy from fans here in Knoxville.
Sam, thank you so much for keeping an eye on things there. We're going to step away for just a moment, but come right back to you when maybe we have an eye on the Vols on the ground. All right, Sam Perez reporting from the airport for us. Now, of course, we're about 2 hours away from that big parade. That's why the players need to get back in town, right, to celebrate winning the College World Series. And 10 News anchor Katie Inman is live along that parade route in downtown right now with all of the preparations already underway. And Katie, you've gotten a chance to talk with a lot of people so far ready to celebrate.
Hey, Brittany, yeah, I am standing here actually where the parade will begin. It's Gay Street at Hill Avenue. You can see those roads are closed right here at the Gay Street Bridge. This is where the team is going to line up and head down Gay Street for that parade that is going to step off here in just a couple of hours. But yes, Knoxville is a flurry today of orange. While we were walking around earlier today, we noticed a lot of young men in orange t-shirts all together, and we had to go up and ask, hey, who are you guys? What are you doing here? Turns out they are the Minnesota Boy Choir. 50 of them are here in Knoxville today. They were already planning on performing in Knoxville at Market Square as part of their national tour, and it just so happened that this big celebration at Market Square is happening today too, so I got a chance to talk to some of them. Take a look.
Minnesota Boy Choir is just like an organization that helps boys find their voice through community and building relationships through music and just bonding. Yeah, brotherhood, yeah.
And what's crazy to me is that they were already scheduled to be here in Knoxville today, but you guys had no idea that this was going to be the case.
Yeah, this is a blessing to have and a great experience. We're happy to be here, and we're lucky to perform. So 5 p.m. if anyone's around, happy to have you at our concert. We're happy to perform. So.
Oh my goodness, 5 p.m. You were telling me earlier what you guys were going to perform.
Yeah, we're singing lots of rep tonight. So a couple piece in Hebrew. We're singing "Can't Help Falling in Love." Rocky Top, down to the river to pray, Will the Circle Be Unbroken, Revelation's Blessing, Riders in the Sky, so plenty of rep, lots of fun, so and some Tennessee favorites, Rocky Top in there.
That choir is guys that are K through 12. They were so great. And how awesome is that they just so happen to be dressed so appropriately today as well. Hey, I want to also give you a reminder. We're standing here at the start of the route of this parade that's going to be stepping off here in a couple of hours. But the parade route is going to go down Gay Street, then it's going to turn onto Wall Avenue to then head onto Market Square for the block party and big celebration where the big screens and stage are set up there, and you can check out all of that coverage on air and online, and of course on the WBIR app. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and send things back to you in the studio. It is a beautiful day for a parade, and go Vols.
Go Vols indeed. Thank you so much, Katie. Now, speaking of those Vols, they are arriving at the airport right now, so we want to go back to McGee Tyson and 10 News anchor Sam Perez.
Yeah, go Vols, Brittany, here from the airport. So we moved a little bit so you can get a little bit of a better view, but we do see the plane with the Vols on board. So I'm going to step out of the way. We're going to zoom in so you can see. It is that jet blue flight right over there. So we have a little bit of a better view right now, and you can see there are two Tennessee buses right there, and you can start to see that orange emerging as the players are officially here in Knoxville. So you can see them coming out of the plane, and coordinators here at the airport have told us that they are getting on those two buses. And you can also see some motorcades. There's a police presence around here, and coordinators at the airport tell us that that police presence is here to make sure that the players get on those buses safely and then get over to the start of the parade that's happening later this evening. So you can see those players coming out of the airplane right now, those flashes of orange. It is good to have them here in Knoxville, and people are eagerly awaiting their return here to Big Orange Country as we get ready to give them a warm welcome now that we have national champs here for the first time in Tennessee's baseball program history. We have people here with us on the other side of the fence that are holding some signs, of course, repping their orange, ready to welcome these players here. So again, you can see them coming out of the plane. They are getting on those buses, and everyone here is really excited. Since we've been here for about 40 minutes. We've had more and more people getting word that the players are here. They have arrived, and people are wanting to come see them and make sure that they can send them off to that parade over near Market Square soon. So again, players getting off the buses, getting off the planes, heading into those buses right now. Very exciting time. we saw all of the police motorcades parked outside of the front entrance of the airport. So this is not the main airport. This is a kind of smaller section of the airport, and the police motorcades were parked outside. It was a handful of them. Some of the motorcades even decked out in orange and white checkerboard, of course, repping that Vol Pride as they get ready to make sure that these players get to where they're going safely. So everyone is so excited to have them here.
Absolutely, Sam. So exciting to see everyone coming back to town. We're looking forward to that parade. And by the way, a quick note, because of some repairs that need to be done on the Gay Street Bridge, the parade is going to start near the Gay Street Bridge on Hill Avenue. So, of course, the same route from there down Gay Street onto Wall and into Market Square. But stay with us. We'll be right back with more 10 About Town and our Big Orange celebration.
The 2024 College World Series.
Welcome back, everyone. You are taking a live look from McGee-Tyson Airport, where the national winning champions, the Vol baseball team, unloading right now, deplaning as they say, from that JetBlue plane after arriving just a few minutes ago back in town from that big win in Omaha. We have been watching the players and everyone else on the team file off of that plane. They're boarding buses, and then those buses are going to head right to downtown Knoxville to kick off the parade, which should start in about 2 hours or so. Just a quick reminder, that parade is starting near the Gay Street Bridge and then heading down Gay Street. It will turn onto Wall and then go into Market Square for a big celebration. So it's so fun to see everyone back in town ready to continue that big celebration. And speaking of Market Square, the final destination for all of those folks, that is where we find Chief Meteorologist Todd Howell today, who has a bird's eye view of the big celebration behind him. Ready to go, Todd.
Ready to go, Brittany. We are live in Market Square, Chamber of Commerce building. We're up at the balcony, second level, with a bird's eye view of the celebration about to unfold. I can imagine it's going to be an electric atmosphere when those baseball Vols, your national champion baseball Vols, come walking in just a little bit. What a blessed and exciting day. Emily Ray Cochran is with me as well, and she's going to be joining me. We're going to try to bring you all the sights, the sounds, the views, and all the latest info, including that exciting game action that we just saw last night. Weather-wise, I'll stick to that part. We got a mostly sunny, hot, and dry day. Let's talk about our 5-day temp trend. Look at this now. We're still back in the hot weather. Tomorrow, 94 degrees, and we're still going to be in the low to mid-90s as we go later on this week into the weekend. So prepare for more heat and increasing humidity. As the humidity increases tomorrow, here's our rain chances. We are going to see a little bit better chance for some scattered thunder showers. Now, here's the deal for tomorrow. We've got a 50% chance because it looks like it's going to be coming in late afternoon and evening, but the higher chances may actually be just off to our west and in northeast of us. May get a little bit of a split going on, but we'll have a chance for some scattered thunder showers. Then those slight chances Thursday and Friday before we see elevated chances returning the second half of the weekend. As far as tonight, your parade forecast, it's going to be hot in the low 90s, but then cooling into the 80s and 70s. Oh, my goodness. As Katie said, go Vols. And with that, we'll be right back after this break.
Welcome back to Tennis Town, everyone. We are celebrating the baseball Vols and their first ever College World Series championship. We're just a little more than, maybe less than 2 hours away now from a big parade to honor the team's historic season. I'm Brittany Bailey, everyone.
And I am Robin Wilhoit, live on Gay Street. And of course, this is where all the action is going to be happening in just a matter of hours. Yes, the team will be making their way down Gay Street. We are high above. I'd like to say I have the best balcony in town to see the team as they make their way. And they will be starting down at the Gay Street Bridge, not even a half mile from where I am. They will be making their way through the heart of the city, down Gay Street to my right, and then on Wall Street, they will turn left, and they will then be at Market Square, and that is where the celebration will continue. Now, the road, Gay Street, will be closing, of course, later. Right now, it's hopping. Trust me, folks are coming and going, and they're decked out in their orange. We actually saw the UT cheerleaders. They were making their way toward Gay Street Bridge not long ago. So things are hopping right now. They're going to start simmering down as the team makes their way, of course, to the Gay Street Bridge. And, of course, that parade ready to step off at 6:15. We are counting down. Now, Market Square, now that is the happening place as well. And I got a glimpse of it earlier, guys, in a picture. They've actually rolled out the orange carpet. So here's the deal. If you can't make it down here, don't worry. We have you covered. We have cameras all over Gay Street. And we're going to show you every vantage point, every sight, every sound of this celebration of the winningest baseball team in college here at the University of Tennessee. We're so excited to celebrate them and to welcome them home. And we will be doing that in just about 2 hours, Brittany. We just need them here, and they have landed, and that's good news.
It is great news, Robin. As you just said, the team has landed. We have been watching all of the Vols file off of the plane at McGee-Tyson Airport. We want to take you back there live. You can see the plane up there in your upper right, the door open. We've just seen people filing out. Maybe someone's still on the plane, but as they get off of the plane, they are going to board buses to head up Alcoa Highway and into downtown Knoxville. Perhaps they are all loaded on the buses. You can see the bus there in the foreground right behind that stop sign on the fence as well. So as soon as those buses are ready to pull out, we'll hopefully give you another live look. But again, those folks are headed downtown for the big parade we're all preparing for, and then for the big party on Market Square. And that is where we find Chief Meteorologist Todd Howell today. He's got a great view from Market Square, and he's joined by Emily Ray Cochran.
Absolutely, Brittany. Emily, we are getting pumped. Stir the Pearl just turned on the microphone. Do you need to say anything more? He's going to get the crowd all hyped up. And what a scene we see here at Market Square.
What a scene. I mean, the crowd right behind us starting to pile in. And then, of course, we got the stage where the players will be. Just such an exciting scene to see today.
I mean, they've laid out the orange carpet.
The orange carpet, guys.
How about that? Yeah, it is a special day. You know, weather-wise, I'll cover that real quick. Don't have to spend too much time on that because it's pretty straightforward.
It's hot.
Emily, everyone, it's hot. But, you know, humidity not overly hot. I tell you what, it's a blessing. Good news, it's today and not tomorrow. Tomorrow, it's going to be a little bit hotter and more humid. Today, it's hot but dry and, you know, yeah, stay cool and keep hydrated. We're drinking the water, the sports drinks, and to try to stay cool. I hope you're doing the same, and I hope you're having a great Tuesday. And here comes a mic check, and all the video behind me. Enjoy that. Here's what we're seeing, though. Our parade forecast for tonight, those temperatures will be in the lower 90s. Yeah, it's going to stay hot. We're going to see those temperatures starting out in the low 90s and then cooling slowly into the 80s and 70s. So you want to dress cool, of course, in your orange gear if you're coming on out. Do plan to stay hydrated with water. And again, wear loose-fitting, light-colored clothing to keep your body cool. It's a hot afternoon and early evening, but it will eventually slowly cool. So here's what we're seeing right now in Knoxville. We've got 90 degrees. Now, the dew point 61 degrees, humidity 38%, and winds have generally been light and variable. So we'll have a little bit of a breeze. You know, we are live here in Market Square, and the wind tends to blow in between the buildings. So we're up here on the balcony, Chamber of Commerce, so we're enjoying a little bit of a light breeze. So, yeah, that's a blessing. So there's a look at 90 degrees in Knoxville. Let's check out those conditions around the region. Again, temperatures in the upper 80s and low 90s, so it's a hot afternoon. All right, Emily, yeah, we've had such an exciting time recapping the game and all the Vols done with all their hard work.
Yep, and this wouldn't be this without a national championship Tennessee baseball team.
Exactly.
And the support that these Vol baseball players have received just even at the game. We talked about Rick Barnes being there, Josh Heupel, of course, and Karthik Venkataraman did have a chance to speak with Heupel and Barnes after the game. Heupel said, "Stay tuned for the fall, guys. Maybe his will be incoming."
All right, here with head coach of the football team, Josh Heupel. Josh, to see Tony accomplish it and the Vols accomplish this, what does this mean to you and how exciting is it?
So excited for Coach Vitello, their entire team. They played this way all year long, but to play the way they did it during the tournament, resilient, competing together, you can tell how much they care about each other. Tonight was awesome atmosphere, a lot of fun watching them play.
I saw a big hug with Tony after the game. What did that moment mean to you?
Yeah, just like as you're building things, right, then you get to the opportunity to reach the pinnacle in the sport. And for those guys to go seize it today, I know just as a coach, the sacrifices that you make, and just proud of them and so excited for them.
The big question everyone's going to ask you now, when's football doing this?
Yeah, well, stay tuned to the fall.
Blue Jays out this year.
He had a hell of
Another massive hug between Coach Vitello. Josh Heupel picks him up, embraces him for like 3 seconds. I mean, you see the height difference between those guys. Yeah. I mean, it was so great to watch and just to see their love together, and being a part of Tennessee sports is just so impactful and what Vol fans love to see.
You can see that embrace. You see the love, the passion, and all three of those, they're very competitive.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? They're all got a great sense of humor, too. And along with Peyton Manning, you were talking about earlier, they love to cut up and have a great time. Yep. All the Vols fans love to see that. And I tell you what, Rob and Will Hoyt, you have got the best seat in the house, probably front and center. You're going to see the national champion Vols coming down Gay Street in just a little bit. And I know you're pumped and excited to see that forthcoming.
I cannot wait. I know where you guys are, that's going to be the other hot spot because, of course, after the parade, they are heading to Market Square, and that's where the celebration will continue. But, yes, we are high above Gay Street on a balcony, covered up, thankfully, because, as Todd said, it is very hot out there. But this is the place to be because about 6:15, as you've heard, we've said it over and over, and we'll continue to say it. We're going to celebrate the Vols as they return home and make their way down Gay Street starting at about 6:15 this evening. They will start at the Gay Street Bridge, make their way down Gay Street, and then they will end at Market Square. So Tony Vitello has to be a very happy man today. Number one, he has a national win under his belt. And number two, his stock just went up with that win. I've got a cheat sheet here to tell you how his financials are looking, and they don't look too bad. So his base salary is $350,000. He earns $1.5 million in supplemental pay each year from big endorsements. He gets 75% of a cut from any revenue that UT receives over $100,000 for bat and equipment endorsements. Okay, so here's the game changer right here. Once the Vols punched their ticket to Omaha, he was a guaranteed bonus of 31% of his base pay. That's about $112,000. That is boosted to 40%, about $140,000 with a win. Okay, they got the win last night. At least $1,640,000 this season. That ain't so bad. That does not include, of course, supplements for endorsements. And one added bonus, a max of $25,000 if the Vols post strong grades this season. So Tony Vitello is a very, very happy man right now, and he's made Vol Nation very happy as well, Brittany.
No doubt about that, Robin. Thank you so much. And as soon as that game was over, by the way, national championship apparel was up for sale. That includes shirts, hats, sweatshirts. They were designed by Bacon & Company. You can pre-order them right now from the Vol shop. We even have one of those hats right here in studio with us. We've been showing it off all day long. It's great to see that checkerboard with the power tee and national champions right beside it. And the rock on the UT campus also was painted to honor the baseball Vols. Earlier today, take a look. It was painted black with the Vols orange logo. Also, the College World Series logo was on it. But take a look, just a few hours ago, it didn't stay that way long. It now has a huge baseball in the middle. It looks as if the baseball has been thrown right into the rock, but it says national champs there as well. Stay with us, everyone. We will be back with more 10 About Town and more on this big celebration of our baseball Vols national championship. Welcome back to 10 About Town, everyone. Your national champions are about to be on the move, so we want to go back to McGee-Tyson Airport with 10 News anchor Sam Perez for another look at the team getting ready to head to Lindsey Nelson Stadium.
Brittany, we've been here Yes, we are ready. We are excited. And the longer that we've been here, the more and more people keep coming. They are anxiously awaiting to see some movement here from the Vols now that they're finally back in Knoxville. So here behind me, you can see this gate is still closed. It's been opening a little bit every now and then, and we can see that there are police officers, law enforcement agents that have mounted the motorcades, and they are getting ready to head out of this gate. You can see some orange behind back by the buses. We don't know if that's players. The players have been deplaning and getting on that bus, so you see that presence of orange shirts. Not quite sure if that's players or just members of their support team, again, welcoming them here in Knoxville, but we can tell that they are about to get on the move to head downtown to get ready for that parade happening tonight. So it's feeling like just minutes away until those buses leave. Now you can see it's opening. They are still putting some luggage, it looks like, underneath the buses, but we have those law enforcement officers out here. They are ready to go, and we're expecting that bus, those two buses carrying the players, are going to come through this fence right here, and so hopefully we can get a really good shot of that when they come through. And again, there are still fans outside, and there are signs. People are anxiously awaiting the opportunity to welcome those players here and congratulate them on that national championship win. So just a few minutes until they are ready to head over to where the parade will be held later tonight. So we're excited for that.
Absolutely. Sam, have you had a chance to talk with any of the folks who decided to come out today to the airport?
You know, we haven't had a chance to talk to too many people, but again, we've been seeing some signs. We've even seen some vehicles decked out in those Tennessee flags. And again, we even saw a van that came through, and it is painted in Tennessee orange and white. So people are really excited, accessorized, decked out in their orange attire, getting ready to welcome these Vols here to Knoxville. So we're excited, and we'll definitely make sure to catch up with them both here at the airport and over in Market Square and along the parade route.
Perfect. All right, Sam, we will check back in with you in just a couple of minutes. I'm sure the buses are about to take off, and we want to be there for that moment. But we are all preparing for the parade that's going to take place around 6:30 or so to celebrate the big College World Series win. And 10 News anchor Katie Amon is live along the parade route in downtown with more on what she's seeing from her vantage point. Katie?
Hey, Brittany, yeah, we are standing right around the area where the parade is scheduled to step off. That is Gay Street near Hill Avenue and near the Gay Street Bridge. The bridge is blocked off. You can see here, now I'm going to step out of the shot so you can see the University of Tennessee Police, the Knox County Sheriff's Office, and Knoxville Police. They have their law enforcement officers out here blocking these roads off and making sure that everything is ready to go for whenever that parade steps off. Of course, this is the area where the parade will begin, but it is going to continue down Gay Street. We have cameras all along that route as well, so you can get all of those different vantage points. We are here on ground level, but we've got crews on balconies and roofs and all sorts of things. And of course, that parade route will turn onto Wall Avenue, where everything will end up at Market Square for that big celebration. And that is where we find our chief meteorologist, Todd Howell. Todd, it is a toasty day out here today. Every chance we get, we are standing in the shade and trying to find that air conditioning too.
Katie, you're exactly right. I guess we could say today's an ABH day. Absolutely beautiful, but hot. I know that's a stretch, but you know, I guess it applies today. But hey, it doesn't matter. Blue skies, sunshine. It is hot, but it's dry. And we are about to welcome home the national champion baseball Vols. Wow, what an incredible scene this is likely going to be. Not only Gay Street, of course, where Robin and Katie are, and certainly here in Market Square, Emily Ray Cochran and I are going to be bringing you the live coverage here and as the Vols make their way into Market Square coming up in just a little bit. All right, let's talk about weather forecast. Cassie Nall back in the Channel 10 Weather Center and operating the computer and graphics. And side note, Cassie, I can't see my graphics, so I'll trust you to move forward as we go here. We are looking at, sunshine and hot conditions right now. By the way, you can hear the sound checks behind me. It's going to be cranking up pretty good. Lots of fans gathering here with the orange carpet laid out. Meanwhile, back to current conditions. Again, it is hot. 91 degrees has been our high so far today, sitting at 90 right now, and we've had a little bit of a light wind. Let's talk about those conditions as we are looking at right now, temperatures in the upper 80s and lower 90s. And going forward, as we look ahead to what we're expecting, you can kind of get a glimpse of what's coming our way tomorrow. We've got that hot weather that's going to be heading our way from the west. As far as temperatures go, we'll likely be in the low to mid 90s tomorrow, but also notice the impact on temperatures. We've got some scattered thunder showers. There is going to be a complex heading our way late tonight and early in the morning, and we'll talk more about the moment. Brittany, let's send it back to you. We've got some Vols at the airport, I believe. Back to you.
That's right, Todd. The Vols are about to be on the move. There you see, live from McGee-Tyson Airport, the motorcade lined up, lights flashing, ready to lead the Vols on those buses down Alcoa Highway. You can see the first officer taking off there, then a cruiser behind, and pretty soon we will see those buses come out. You can see a couple of folks have gathered there at the airport wearing their big orange, of course, to support the Vols and welcome them home with signs. We love to welcome home our national champs here, that's for sure. Some troopers as well there joining the motorcade. And there you see the first very large bus. It's been maybe 40 minutes or so since the Vols landed and touched down in the plane from Omaha. And if anyone is along Alcoa Highway, there is no doubt who's on that big orange bus with the checkerboard with Tennessee emblazoned along the side. And there is bus number 2. The team is now headed to Lindsey Nelson Stadium for a celebration at, of course, the place the baseball Vols call home. And there is the third bus there headed up Alcoa Highway. And take a look at the fans giving the waves. Hopefully everyone's looking out the windows on the buses to see just the start of the support that Big Orange Country is going to be showing. Again, the bus is headed to Lindsey Nelson Stadium, then to downtown Knoxville for the big parade, and then to end on Market Square for the big party. Stay with us, everyone. We'll be back with more 10 About Town.
Would end the day
Gay Street in downtown Knoxville. You can see the fans already lining up for the big parade as they wait for the Vols to make their way downtown. We just saw the buses leave the airport, headed to Lindsey Nelson Stadium, and then here for the big party. Stay with us. 10 News at 5 is coming up next.
Join us on 10 About Town for Hometown Spotlight.
We're excited.
We're traveling to towns across East Tennessee to uncover the people, places, and things that make them unique.
Teams from all over.
Come see us when we stop by your hometown.
So we're really excited.
Free things to do. Nationally acclaimed artists.
Full of beauty.
Connect with
Ten News in High Definition is sponsored by Premier Family of Dealerships. 10 News on WBIR starts now.
It is a historic day on Rocky Top as the baseball Vols are bringing home their first ever national championship. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Robin Wilhoit, live on Gay Street, where in a little more than an hour, the baseball Vols will be making their way down the street. And I'm here to tell you, it is filling up with orange. I've been here since about 2:30 this afternoon. Little spots of orange here and there. Now they are starting to fill the street, and they are going to be giving the Vols a big orange welcome home with that trophy for sure. So we are celebrating them today here on Gay Street, also on Market Square, because that is where it will continue as far as the celebration goes. Now, we do want to tell you about the parade that is going to be happening, yes, once again at 6:15. It's going to start at Gay Street at the bridge, make its way down Gay Street, turn right, or left rather, onto Wall Street, onto Market Square. There's a lot of activity right now, but of course traffic will be closed off. It will resume about 10 o'clock tonight, but they have to make way for the team, which, as you heard in the 4 o'clock hour, they have landed. They are ready to be celebrated, and they so deserve it. Of course, last night, clinching that win over Texas A&M and really bringing the season full circle for this moment to be happening right now to celebrate. So, Brittany, a lot going on here on Gay Street, only ramping up as we get closer to parade time.
Oh, we are looking forward to it, counting down the minutes at this point. Thanks so much, Robin. And tonight we do have full team coverage of the victory parade for Tennessee baseball. We have crews stationed all along the parade route as we count down to the team's arrival downtown. And speaking of downtown and Market Square, Chief Meteorologist Todd Howell and Emily Ray Cochran are there, and the excitement is brewing for sure.
Oh my goodness, can you feel it?
We can feel it.
We can feel it. I tell you what, we're about to celebrate something that the baseball Vols have never ever done. National championship, Emily.
National championship. We got Market Square right behind us. We got a choir singing over there, if you can hear them a little bit.
Yeah,
People
absolutely.
are starting to trickle in even more, and the energy. I mean, you can't beat it for Vol fans.
And it's the energy. You're exactly right, Emily, and it's just beginning. I mean, what a blessing. We all kind of sweated that one out last night. Ooh, 6-3, 6-4, 6-5. Strikeout. Ball game. National champion Vols, and we are here to celebrate. I tell you what, I'll do a little quick weather, and Emily Ray and I are going to be here to bring you all the coverage right here on Market Square.
Absolutely.
And it is going to be so exciting. So let me give you a little weather update. You already know what it's doing right now, right? It's a hot afternoon. It is dry. It's a beautiful day. AB day, but kind of on the hot side, right? Well, let's talk about what we're looking at right now. As far as Market Square, you are looking live at our Market Square camera atop the Knoxville Chamber of Commerce building, which is about 15 yards above my head, and Emily's right now, right above us on the roof here. We are on the balcony here at the Chamber of Commerce on the second floor. It's 92 right now. That's our high so far today. We've got lower 90s all up and down the valley. Look on the plateau. It's even hot in Crossville and Jamestown and Huntsville at 90 degrees. So it is a hot but dry afternoon. At least the humidity not overly high. We'll slowly cool down into the 60s tonight. Here's our parade forecast. Yeah, if you're coming out, leave now, leave early, and be safe and dress cool and drink lots of water. We're going to be in the 90s to start, cooling into the 80s, then upper 70s later on tonight. You see the parade starts at 6:30. As Robin said, they'll make their way down Gay Street, take a left on Wall Avenue, take another left into Market Square, where the big orange carpet is laid out for the baseball Vols. Emily?
Yeah, and we mentioned that Vols are trickling in, and a fan favorite.
Yes.
For these Vol fans, none other than the mustache man, Kirby Connell. Now, in Game 3 of the College World Series, the national championship game, we saw Xander Seacrest. He got the win on the mound.
Yes.
Aaron Combs got the save on the mound.
Yes.
But when it was getting tight, when it was a 6-3 game, Kirby Connell, Tony Vitello's clutch guy, comes on the mound, secures 2 strikeouts to end the 8th inning, and man, oh man, did the crowd go wild. Karthik Vegatraman had the chance to catch up with that mustache man after the game, and he was certainly emotional about the win.
You win the national championship. The moment you knew, what was your initial reaction?
I kind of had to take a deep breath. I turned around after the last strikeout, and I was like, we just won. Now I got to go celebrate with my friends. So, it was awesome to be able to experience that with these guys. So, it was awesome.
You had a big strikeout in this game. You immediately screamed, fist pumped into the air. What did that moment feel like?
It was just kind of like an adrenaline kind of thing. I came in, gave up a hit, and I thought, okay, I'm done. That's just not the way I want to go out. Then I go strikeout, and I was like, I got to get this place going. They had a lot of momentum. So, for me to be able to, kind of get this place going a little bit was awesome.
You've been part of this program for a long time. For you to see the ups, the downs, and now the pinnacle, what does that mean to you?
Oh, it's speechless. I don't even know what to say to that. It's just being able to hang out with all these guys every single day. We've been in Omaha for over 2 weeks now, so to be able to spend every single day with these guys it's speechless, and I'll never take that for granted.
I only have one request for you: keep that mustache for everybody. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Kirby Connell to get the Vols back in the dugout to the bottom of the 80s.
Yeah, guys, the fans just got done singing Rocky Top, and when Kirby Connell got those strikeouts, I don't even think you could hear Rocky Top being played inside Charles Schwab Field. So just such an exciting moment for him in that moment.
Yes, that iconic mustache. What's exciting, too? It's not just one person. So much talent, so much hard work, overcoming adversity. And that will win you a championship.
Absolutely.
Along with great coaching, right?
Yep, and he's that graduate student, one of Tony Vitello's favorite players. I don't think I've ever seen a Vol player with that much emotion and pride to play for a Tennessee baseball team.
Tell you what, congratulations. Go Big Orange, go Vols. We're excited for them to enter in on the big orange carpet coming up in just a little bit. Brittany, we'll send it back to you.
Todd and Emily, thank you so much. And not too far from our crew there in Market Square is, of course, the Gay Street Bridge. And we do want to let you know here new at 5 that the Gay Street Bridge connecting South Knoxville to downtown Knoxville is now closed for repairs. Just after 3 this afternoon, the city announced a TDOT inspection revealed a, quote, compromised element. So the city made the decision to close the bridge. Right now, it's not known when it will reopen because a more detailed inspection will need to happen. We should note, though, that this closure will not affect tonight's Tennessee baseball parade. Instead, it will just start near the bridge on Hill Avenue and then continue down Gay Street. But speaking of the team, the big national champs, we want to give you a live look at Alcoa Highway right now where the team is traveling. We are expecting those 3 large buses, at least the 3 that I saw leaving McGee-Tyson Airport earlier today, to travel along Alcoa Highway and make their way to Lindsey Nelson Stadium. I did see a big bus. I'm not sure if that was one of them. No, it does not look to be one of them, but we do expect to see those buses arrive in this view from our TDOT SmartWay camera soon. And again, from McGee-Tyson Airport, that landing happened around 4:15, and we saw all of the players then deplane and then get onto those buses to head first to Lindsey Nelson Stadium. And as we said before, we are counting down the moments until the Vols College World Series victory parade in downtown Knoxville. That is expected to step off in a little more than an hour from now, around 6:15 or so. We have team coverage all along the parade route, starting with 10 News anchor Katie Inman. And Katie, we can expect hundreds, maybe even thousands of people to head downtown tonight.
Yeah, Brittany, we have already started to see some Vol fans down here, not just on Market Square and down near where Robin is, but also at the start of the parade route, which is where I'm standing right now. You can't see the people really that much from right here, but they are behind those four-wheel, I don't even know what to call them. I guess just four-wheel ATV type of things, gators. I don't know. You'd think I'd know, being from East Tennessee. Anyway, they are here. We saw a bagpiper roll up as well. We are here on Gay Street near Hill Avenue, and that is where everyone is expected to line up and get things going for the parade. Of course, it's going to go all the way down this street. They're going to turn left onto Wall Avenue and end up in Market Square for the big celebration and block party. Of course, you can't park on Gay Street. You will get towed if you try to do that, but there is plenty of free parking around downtown Knoxville where you can park and walk over. But now we are just anxiously awaiting more people to show up at the start of the parade here as we wait for those baseball balls to show up and get things shaken here in Knoxville. We're going to go ahead and send things back to you in the studio for now, though.
All right, Katie, thank you so much. Well, the parade will end on Market Square for a big party, and we have more coverage of the Vols Championship Parade coming up. But now we want to send things back out to Robin.
All right, I have found a very special Vol fan, Lucas, who was a mini meteorologist on our morning show and actually gave us a good weather report whenever it snowed so much. We actually sledded together in Maryville. Lucas, you need to give us a weather report today. It's a lot warmer than it was when we last talked to each other.
Yes. Well, it looks like it's very hot outside, so like it seems like it's maybe 100 degrees or something, or maybe 94. And the sun's shining. It's a perfect day to do anything today. Go swimming in your pool if you have one, or you can just stay inside because you don't want to get in sunburn. Oh. That's too bad.
Yeah.
So maybe like maybe you can like go to a friend's house or swim. And I'm just excited to be here because, I mean, I might get a ball to toss up, so.
Go Vols, right?
Yeah.
Will you give me a big go Vols?
Go Vols!
Yeah, the balls are hot and it is hot outside. Thank you so much, Lucas, the best mini meteorologist. We keep running into each other. It's so great. All right, we'll send things back to you.
And we are giving you a live look along Alcoa Highway, where we are in hot pursuit of the Vols baseball team, folks. We are following them on the way from McGee-Tyson Airport to Lindsey Nelson Stadium, and then they will make their way downtown for the big parade along Gay Street to end in Market Square. Stay with us. 10 News at 5. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. We are counting down to a big parade to celebrate the first ever College World Series championship in Tennessee baseball history. This is UT's first national championship since track and field brought one back in 2009. And while the players on the field put in the work to secure that championship, it was not without the guidance of a good coach. So we want to send things back to downtown Knoxville with 10 News anchor Robin Wilhoit, who has a quick history on Tony Vitello's contributions to Rocky Top. And Robin, they just keep growing.
They are significant. First of all, I need to show you what I am witnessing right now. This is Gay Street. 2:30 today is an average day. It is now packed with people sporting their orange, ready to celebrate the team. And yes, of course, Coach Tony Vitello. Let's talk about Tony Vitello, who some are calling the GOAT, and for good reason. Listen to this. Back in 2017, he came to Rocky Top. Since then, 5 NCAA regionals, 4 NCAA super regionals, 3 College World Series appearances, and now a national championship. SEC regular season title this year, 1 second regular season title in 3 seasons, and 1 SEC tournament this year, 5th consecutive tournament championship. And then, of course, as I mentioned, as we all know, the big win last night in Omaha. Okay, he is being definitely rewarded for this success on the diamond. Okay, his base salary $350,000, earns about $1.1 million in supplemental pay. But once he punched his ticket to Omaha, it grew exponentially. 31% of his base pay increase. At least $112,000. That's the increase. That is boosted to 40% with the win. Well, he got the win, and that puts him about $140,000 additional, and at least $1,640,000 total, and then some. And on top of that, max of $25,000 if his players score good grades, which I'm sure he is encouraging them to do so. So needless to say, Coach Tony Vitello is a very happy man on many fronts on this day after winning the national championship. Brittany. But before we send it back to you, Brittany, we are going to show you once again what we are witnessing here on Gay Street. It has been a gradual buildup throughout the day. About 2:30 when we got here, it was pretty much an average work day. It is anything but average right now. Earlier, we saw the UT cheerleaders. They were making their way toward the Gay Street Bridge, and that, of course, is where the parade will begin. They will make their way down Gay Street, and they will be flanked on either side of Gay Street by their fans cheering them on, celebrating that win last night. As the parade continues down Gay Street, it will eventually make its way to Wall Street. The parade will then turn left onto Wall Street, which will take them to Market Square, and that is where the celebration will continue. All right, we want to now look at the buses. I'm told that they are now making their way close to the university. And we will let Brittany, we'll let you take that from there.
So much. We do see the big orange Tennessee buses. They have arrived, it looks like, at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. Folks are grabbing bags off of the buses now, ready to celebrate. We see a lot of orange, that is for sure. And we have seen a couple of players here and there grabbing their things. There's going to be a celebration there at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. Of course, that is the home stadium for the team. Lots of big improvements on the way, of course, for that stadium as well. So, of course, they want to go celebrate at home before they then get celebrated by the rest of Big Orange Country downtown for that parade. You just saw folks in Robin's shop behind her lined up along Gay Street, ready to welcome them home and to cheer them on as they make their way to Market Square. And we've seen a huge setup with a large stage, a big power tee, and lots of chairs set up so that folks can celebrate in a big way the first ever national championship for Tennessee baseball. And you can see they have lots of things to unload. I mean, they probably took a whole busload of more of gear and equipment and everything to Omaha with them. And there you can see some fans and maybe even some family and friends as well celebrating with them at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. Some players there signing balls for the young kiddos there. Oh yeah, it's a fun day for sure. Wearing the championship gear. We are going to keep an eye on things there at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. And then we want to eventually check in with Todd Howell, who is in Market Square, where all of the action is about to end later today. It's certainly a hot one, so it's great to see all of the folks out and about taking pictures and ready to cheer on the Vols. And I love to see all of the championship gear that is being worn as well. We have seen people not only at the airport, but now, of course, at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. We've seen them lining Gay Street. We've seen them in Market Square. So when we know that Big Orange Country is going to celebrate, we show up big time. And it's so fun to see the players be celebrated. They put in such hard work there in Omaha, and it was super hot for that final game, that is for sure. And they managed to pull off that big 6-5 win over Texas A&M and making history in the process. There we see, hey folks, look, it's the trophy. And I imagine folks will want to get a picture of that as well. Oh, just, set it there on the luggage for a minute. That's fine. I mean, I imagine that has been not far from the hands of the players and the team. But there we see the big prize. It is back in Knoxville, folks. The last time we saw that, it was in Omaha after the big win. Lots of folks celebrating. And of course, we know that many fans traveled here from East Tennessee to celebrate the big win in Omaha. We, of course, had our sports team there, I believe, for 10 days straight. Frank and Karthik were there. Abby Ham then went with William Winnett. I'll take a look. Of course, they've got to show off the hardware. I wonder how heavy that thing is. I always wonder. It looks like it takes quite a bit to lift, but now it's being taken away as more folks want to get a look at it, I'm sure. But you can see this unloading process is a big one. They've got plenty of gear, folks. This is how they pull off the big win. But it's so fun to see all of the players back in town celebrating at home. And we, of course, are going to be staged along the parade route later today as they make their way from here at Lindsey Nelson Stadium to then head downtown. And Cassie Nall is going to be joining me here to talk more about everything that we're seeing. Of course, it's a hot day for this, for sure, as they are unloading. But you know what? At this point, does the heat even bother them? If they can pull off a national championship in the heat that they saw in Omaha, this is nothing.
That's what I was going to say. They came back to Knoxville, and it probably feels cool compared to yesterday when they had highs in the triple digits, and it felt like 114 as that game was kicking off yesterday. So looks like they are happy to be back. They're talking to the camera. They don't know that we don't have the audio for it, but they are at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. There you can see some of the fans waiting to greet those players, and the entire team welcomed with open arms back here into their hometown of Knoxville. We have a lot of folks gathered now in Market Square. That crowd is continuing to grow. I see fans, I see umbrellas out there in Market Square as they are awaiting the arrival of that team. And up and down Gay Street, we also see a lot of people waiting what will be along the parade route coming up in just a little bit too. This is such a big deal, and this is so cool that they get to come back to such an exciting thing. I'm sure they're all going to sleep very well tonight after such a wild weekend of events.
Yeah, it makes you wonder how many hours on end they have been awake, because how do you sleep after something like this? We do hope to hopefully hear from some of those players. We don't really have the setup right now to be able to hear what they're saying, but we do know that they are excited to be back. Oh, there we see the trophy back. It went away for a moment. We love seeing it, and more players in their championship gear there. Oh, bringing it back so that these fans can get a photo. How cool is that?
Oh my gosh, I mean, what a cool opportunity.
Memories made. They will never forget this. All right, take a look there at that view. We are going to leave you for just a few moments and come back with more 10 News at 5. Stay with us, everyone. Welcome back to 10 News at 5, everyone, for our Tennessee Triumph celebration. Welcoming back the 2024 College World Series champions, of course, the Tennessee baseball Vols. And we have been checking in at Lindsey Nelson Stadium, the home stadium for the Vols, as they have made their way back home. We saw them land at McGee-Tyson Airport, load the buses, head up Alcoa Highway, and now they've made it to campus. And what a welcome home it has to be. We have seen them unloading the buses and grabbing all of their gear, but there have also been some fans there to welcome them home. And taking a live look now, let's listen in. We want to see what some of them have to say.
Love you guys. See you guys in an hour. Hey, Chris, can you hang out?
Good job out there, man.
There you're looking at Christian Morris signing some baseballs. Of course, a big clutch player. I love that he's wearing the Omaha sweatshirt.
That's what I was just going to say. And also go Braves for Atlanta right there. I think
he is going to be switching into, I'm sure, some Vols gear later as well to celebrate the big championship. But it's been so fun. I love that those little boys there have been getting amazing pictures, getting their balls signed. They were getting to hold the championship trophy. So talk about memories made.
Well, I was just going to say, it's really cool to see the players take the time to sign that memorabilia for the kids like that, because a lot of them probably started the same way.
Yeah.
Being inspired by players that were older than them. So this is great. Let's send it out now to Katie Inman with some of those fans this afternoon. Katie, who are you hanging out with?
Hey, Cassie and Brittany, we are here at the start of the parade route at Gay Street and Hill Avenue. And parade people that are going to be in the parade, they are already lining up. And we got a bagpiper here with us, but this isn't just any regular bagpiper. This is Tracy Wilson, who was also my elementary school music teacher at Dandridge Elementary, so that's a fun little fact. But you told me that you guys are going to play a special part in the parade today.
Yes, we were told to kick off the parade, so we're going to be right at the front.
Right at the front, and I can only guess what you guys are going to be playing the whole time.
Rocky Top the whole way.
All right, and you said also that this was sort of like a last-minute scramble, because we didn't know whether this was even going to happen today. So you're here, and how are you feeling?
I'm excited, and the word came down this morning with our band manager, John Rose, and we got on our little band app, which is on our phones, and said, hey, who wants to do this? And we picked up about 10 or 11 players, so we're excited.
That's awesome. Knoxville pipes and drums, and also we got to get you to play Rocky Top, so we're going to get him all going there, and we're also going to bring in some dancers doing a Scottish Highland dance, Missy and Savannah. Here we go.
When that blast went off,
Rocky Top is awash in orange as Vol fans are celebrating a huge win last night. The baseball Vols bringing home a national championship. Welcome, everyone. You are looking live at Gay Street. As you can see, Vol fans turning out in the thousands as they await the team. They are going to be making their way down Gay Street, as you can see, with throngs of fans here to welcome them back home with that national championship. Now, joining me now is a fan, also a former Vol and a Hall of Famer in the major leagues, Todd Helton. Thank you so much for taking time to chat with us briefly. And what do you think about what we're witnessing right here?
Well, this is crazy. There's a lot of excitement in the air. Everybody's loves Tennessee baseball, and they did a great job. Coach Vitello, obviously, brought home a national championship, which is huge, and Vol fans will support a winner. We know that.
So many, many years ago, I'm sure you do not remember this, but many years ago, when you were at UT and heading to the World Series, I had the opportunity to interview you.
Oh, wow.
Let's go way back. Okay. What was that like, that experience, when you're a young player going to the World Series, College World Series?
I mean, it happens so fast. It's a whirlwind, and you know, there's a lot going on, and to stay focused on playing baseball, which they did, is very hard to do. So we're just here to celebrate them, and it's all about them at this point. So we're excited to be here and excited to be a Vol today.
What did you take away from their performance?
Well, they're very gutsy. You know, I think a team takes the shape of a manager and, you know, or head coach, and they do a good job of that. He lets them go out and play, and they have their own identity, and I think that's very cool, and I think all the fans relate to that very well as well.
And how awesome is it to be here to celebrate this moment at your alma mater?
It's pretty neat. You know, I'm excited to be here, and I'm excited to cheer them on.
Todd Helton, thank you very much. Great to see you. Thank you. And of course, everyone geared up, ready to go. Go time about 6:15 as the Vols will make their way down Gay Street as we celebrate them right here on Rocky Top. Stay with us. More coverage right after this.
The Vols cheerleaders are excited to welcome the baseball Vols back to Knoxville, and 10 News anchor Katie Inman caught up with the cheerleaders.
Well, we are so excited for this parade to start here in just a little bit. And look who we found, the Vols cheer squad. They are bringing the spirit, of course. They are clad in their orange and white. And I'm here with Maddie Gray. She is a senior. How excited are you guys?
We're just so excited. I mean, this is something so awesome that not many people get to be a part of, and we're just so happy to cheer on the Vols.
I know that you guys were probably watching the game last night, just like, is there going to be a big celebration? Is there not? So whenever you guys found out, you were probably like, yep, we're going to suit up. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, we were pumped. Like, we couldn't wait to be here today.
So what can people expect during the parade? What are you guys going to be offering up?
You know, we're just going to be offering up our cheers, offering up our excitement, and I think we're going to be in the Food City little court.
Well, that's really fun. Yeah, there's a giant shopping cart. It's like a go-kart underneath. It's really cool. But also, since we got you guys here, let's hear a chant before we go.
I said it's
great to be a Tennessee Vol. I said it's great to be a Tennessee Vol. I said it's great to be a Tennessee Vol. I said it's great to be a Tennessee Vol. I said it's great to be a Tennessee Vol. I said it's great to be a Tennessee Vol. I said it's great.
It's a Tennessee triumph.
Welcome back, everyone. We have full team coverage of tonight's victory parade for Tennessee baseball. We have crews stationed all along the parade route to count down to the team's big arrival. And we also, of course, have a crew in Market Square where the big party is going to happen later. So let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Todd Howell and Emily Ray Cochran.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much, Brittany. Emily Ray, the excitement is building.
It's building.
Yes, as the Vols baseball team is getting closer to being here, everybody's excited, and we are super excited to be here as well.
Absolutely. Fans just continue to trickle on in. And one thing about this fan base is they love to see their Vols hit home runs.
Oh,
now,
they do it.
Here's
That's
a stat for you. In the past 4 seasons, this Tony Vitello team is leading the country in home runs hit. Wow. 566 over 4 seasons. Absolutely insane stat. And, you know, last night we got to see Christian Moore hit one, Dylan Dreiling hit one. But, you know, the moment of the game came from none other than Hunter Ensley when he dodged the Aggie.
Hurdled and somehow dodged the tag, right?
Flipped over the plate and still tagged it. I don't even know how he did it, but he got a run for the Vols, and it was a memorable moment. Karthik Venkataraman talked about it right after the game.
Cal, you called Knoxville home. You've been talking about winning this title. How good does this feel, man?
Really, really, really good. This is unbelievable. This is what we dreamed about. This is what we wanted to do ever since August. All the hard work we put in. We're national champions.
The moment that you find out you are national champs, everyone runs onto the field. What is that moment like?
Something I'll never forget. You know, it's like I said, you're going to hear this a lot, but it's what every kid dreams of. Being able to dogpile, jump around with your, 35 of your best friends in front of 28,000 people. I mean, you can't even put that into. I can't put that into words right now. It's something that I'll never forget.
You transferred to this team because of Tony Vitello and also just the culture and it being in Knoxville. But the relationships you've built, what has that meant to you?
Everything. The relationship I have with all these guys on our team, all the coaches here, Coach Vitello, Coach Elander, I would die for those guys. I love those guys to death. And it's not going to stop just because I'm done playing here. I'm going to keep talking to them, and they're going to keep talking to me because that's what kind of people they are.
How proud are you of this team for getting the job done? You're national champions.
I don't even know what else to say right now. We're national champions, and nobody can take that away from us.
No one can take that away from this team. And Karthik Venkataraman with that great interview with Hunter Ensley. And he was in Omaha. The weather was hotter than it is here. 98 degrees, I believe. Right, Todd?
It feels like 98. That's the thing. It got up to 101 in Omaha yesterday with the feels-like temperature at its highest point, 114. I mean, you're talking about the baseball Vols overcoming not just the opponent, but the weather.
The heat.
And you know what? It's a balmy 92 degrees right now in Knoxville. Here's your parade forecast. We'll give you a quick update. Thank you so much, Emily. Here's what we're seeing tonight. Yeah, certainly stay hydrated, drink lots of water. We're in the lower 90s now. 93 was our high today, by the way. And we'll cool slowly from the 90s into the 80s, then upper 70s later on this evening. You are looking live at Market Square. The crowd is building. The excitement is building. Sterl the Pearl's here. He may get them just a little bit excited. And we got a choral group that's been singing their hearts out. So it's going to be a great night. Again, fans are excited. It's 92 degrees right now with sunshine. The dew point is in the upper 50s. Thankfully, it's not overly humid. The humidity 32%, and I feel a little bit of a light breeze. The 2 ceiling fans above our heads certainly help as well. All right, check out the current temperatures around the region. It's 92 in Knoxville. It's 97 in Knoxville. Oh boy, Tupelo and Birmingham are at 100 degrees, and that's in the shade, 4 feet off the ground. That's not the feels like, that's the air temperature. It is hot all across the region. There's the feels like 100 in Nashville, 105 in Memphis, 108 in Little Rock. So you know all that hot weather in Omaha, and that's still to our west, but we're going to be hot and more humid into our Wednesday with a little bit better chance for some of those scattered thunderstorms and thunder showers, Speaking of which, see that complex to the north? That is expected to weaken as it heads our way later on tonight, but actually could produce a few thunderstorms and showers in Kentucky and the Plateau before it weakens all the way. And then tomorrow, we'll have a chance for those scattered showers and thunderstorms. A few of those could even be a little strong with some heavy rain, again, later in the afternoon and evening. Then we'll see that moving on by with some cooler, slightly cooler air and drier conditions as we move into our Thursday. So, hot and humid tomorrow with a chance for scattered storms. We have a low-end marginal risk. Let's take a look at your 7-day forecast, and here's what we're looking at as far as over the next couple of days. Yeah, first of all, tonight, fair skies and mild temperatures, 68 degrees. Thank you, Cassie. And there's a look at our Wednesday forecast. Hot and humid tomorrow, 94. That chance for scattered thunderstorms later afternoon and evening. Some of those strong, a little bit drier after a few spotty showers early Thursday. Hot and humid Friday and Saturday. Another decent chance with a cold front moving in for some scattered thunder showers later Sunday into Sunday night. But still kind of above average. The heat is on, but it's all good because our baseball balls are national champions.
Absolutely. And you know, Robin just got an interview with Todd Helton. There's so many Todd Helton jerseys down there. But right now, we're going to toss things over to Katie Inman. I believe she is with a bunch of fans right now.
Hey, Emily Ray, yes, you got that right. I'm with some of the best fans, they have told me. I'm here with Todd, River, and Christy. They are all decked out. All right, guys, how are you feeling?
I love it. I mean, it's about time. We played such great baseball. You couldn't ask for anything better. You couldn't.
And we got a future ball here, right, River? So what were you thinking during the game last night?
Just absolutely blown away at the ending. I honestly wasn't expecting it, but I agree with him. We played an amazing game last night.
So, Christy, why are you guys out here today?
Because we came to see the parade and support our Vols.
That's right. So you guys are right here at the start of the parade. That's where we're at right now. It's near Hill Avenue. So why did you think it was important to come here to the start of it?
So we can see everybody.
Yeah.
Only place to be.
Yeah, so we can be on the news. What are you talking about?
There you go. Well, you've all got your pom-poms, your foam finger ready to go. What message do you have for the Vols baseball team, guys?
Congratulations, done a great job. We're so proud of you.
Let's do it again next year.
That's right.
That's right. We're going to do a repeat right here. That's right.
You've heard it here first, guys. We've got more fans starting to line the streets of Gay Street, and we are just so excited to see this parade kick off here in just a little bit. We're going to go ahead and be right back after this break.
Everyone, we're now only about a half an hour away from the big parade through downtown Knoxville to celebrate Tennessee baseball and the first ever national championship in program history. And we have team coverage all along the parade route, including 10 News anchor Sam Perez, who is joining us now live from Gay Street, right near where the start of the parade will begin.
Right here at the start, people are getting really excited, and there is already a line of people going down the street waiting for the Vols to arrive. And I'm joined by some awesome fans right now, so I'm going to have you come on over to me. We're all going to fit in here. And this is Chad and Bentley and Cade and Emma. And let me ask y'all, how are you feeling today?
Excited.
Good.
It's pretty cool.
Feeling good? And why are you here? What are you hoping to do today?
See the Vols. Yeah.
Cheer on our boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. And about what time did you get here?
About 5. Y'all were here a little earlier, right?
Yeah.
About 4:30.
4:30. Yeah.
All right. And so this is the first time that the University of Tennessee baseball team has won a national championship. What is that like, getting able to witness that, be here in Knoxville, and see history be made?
Exciting. Yeah. Very exciting.
All right. What about y'all? How are you feeling?
I think it's pretty cool to watch, especially as someone who's like kind of done sports their whole life. It's really cool to like see, I think, the community and the team kind of get together and just back each other up as a family. I think it's really awesome.
That's what it's really about. It's the community aspect, and everybody knows where Knoxville's at, of course, for a lot of other things. But to see what we're doing with the program and how it's putting the spotlight on Knoxville, I think it's fantastic.
Absolutely fantastic is a great word to describe it. And last question for you, can I get one big go Vols?
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Go Vols! Awesome. Well, thank you all so much. Again, we are here at the start of the parade, and it is about to get going. So we'll be here bringing you live updates, introducing you to awesome fans, and we will send it back to you.
Sam, thank you so much. Love to see those fans lining up, getting ready. And we have seen from our downtown camera that Gay Street has been closed now. Cassie, you were looking at that.
I was looking at that, and I also can show you Market Square, where we have so many people gathering, waiting for the Vols. Hope everyone's keeping cool with those hot temps.
We will be back with 10 News at 6, everyone. Stay with us.
Conquerors are made of different stuff. When the waves come crashing down, they beg for more. When the drop-off sinks beneath them, they grit their teeth and dive head first. And when others quit,
In high definition is sponsored by Premier Family of Dealerships. 10 News on WBIR starts now.
The national champions are clad in big orange.
Everybody deserves the right to celebrate. You got to fight for your right, and we won the right.
All our sports are doing good. I'm telling you, this is just the first of several to come.
More championships are coming to Knoxville. Just wait and see.
It's giving me everything, so just to be able to, bring back this national championship, it just means the world to me.
Knoxville, or Titletown, is ready to celebrate their Vols.
And we are counting down the moments until the Vols College World Series victory parade through downtown Knoxville. That's expected to step off in less than a half an hour now. We have team coverage at the start of the parade route with 10 News anchor Sam Perez. And we want to start with Sam. You just got to the parade starting point after being at the airport to help welcome the Vols back to Rocky Top, and you're surrounded by fans now, Sam.
so exciting right here. So we actually can hear some bagpipes playing right now, and the fans just got really excited as we had a cart and Smokey was on the cart. It started down the street and it came and welcomed all of these fans that you can see right here. We have fans of all ages getting ready. They are decked out in their orange, ready to see the Vol players come here, ready to welcome them to Knoxville. So they just got back to the airport where we were a few minutes ago, and we are eagerly awaiting their arrival here at the parade. We've got lots of pom-poms. You can see there they are saying hello, ready to cheer on Big Orange. So we are going to keep giving you updates from here. So this is exactly where the parade is supposed to start. Again, we hear that music, we hear the church bells, and people are getting excited. The energy is high, so we will keep bringing you all of the live updates right here from the start of the parade, and we're just waiting for things to get underway. So go Vols!
Indeed. Thank you so much, Sam. And hey, just about 2 hours ago, just before 4:15 this afternoon, the Vol baseball team landed in Knoxville after the big win last night in Omaha. They took a flight this afternoon from Omaha back to Rocky Top with the trophy in hand. You see the buses leaving the airport there. We got to catch up with some fans who were there at the airport.
Follow the Vols and love them, and this is a chance of a lifetime, and that's what we have the bus for. It's awesome. It is absolutely awesome. Once in a lifetime for me, probably.
A handful of fans at the airport welcoming home the team, and then the team drove from the airport up Alcoa Highway back into Knoxville with an escort, of course. There you just saw the two buses emblazoned with Tennessee on the side heading up Alcoa Highway. The team then arrived at Lindsey Nelson Stadium this afternoon. There you see the team. There were fans also there ready to welcome home the team, and the players stopped to sign some baseballs, as you see here, for some little fans. And hey, we even got a close-up look at the championship trophy there. Take a look. They were definitely handling that trophy with care. But look, these lucky fans got a chance to take pictures with the trophy and hold it up close. Now the parade starts near the Gay Street Bridge on Hill Avenue. Then it will travel down Gay Street before taking a left onto Wall Avenue to Market Square. The parade will then turn into Market Square, where there will be a citywide celebration. And we are going to bring you the full parade live. We have cameras all along the route, along with our sky cams and a team in Market Square to show you all of those celebrations. We know, of course, this win is historic and huge for Vol Nation.
It was a lifetime experience. High five. Go Vols, baby!
Go Vols is right. UT showed out all season and, of course, in Omaha to support the baseball Vols. Here is the team celebrating with the Big Orange fans after that big win. And wasn't it a fantastic one? We want to check in now with our anchor, Robin Wilhoit, who is above the ground along Gay Street. Robin, you are seeing some great views from your vantage point.
The party is only getting started here. Brittany, that's right. The energy has been building all afternoon. Got here about 2:30. Normal day in downtown Knoxville. Anything but normal right now. Let's take a look at Gay Street, and it is filled with fans clad in orange. And they are all here to welcome home our national champs. This has been such a fun afternoon to watch these people coming together. And I just need to prepare you. It's going to get loud, and it's going to happen any minute because the team will be making their way down Gay Street, starting at the Gay Street Bridge, making their way down the street. They will end up at Wall. They will turn left on Wall, which will then take them, of course, to Market Square, where the celebration will continue. And, of course, we will be hearing from the team, and we will be hearing from Coach Vitello. And speaking of Market Square, my good friends Todd and Emily Ray are there with their vantage point, guys.
Yeah, Robin, we're so excited to be here. More and more fans just keep piling in. There's more orange. It's a sea of orange from where we're standing, and we got the best view in the house, Todd.
Oh my goodness, Emily. The excitement is building. The crowd is building, and the parade about to begin, and they're going to be making their way right here into Market Square. Emily, we're probably a little biased, but we may have the best view in the house.
I think we do.
I mean, fantastic. They're going to be gathering right here on stage, and you know what? This is such a blessing, so exciting. We're all in this together, celebrating what the Vols accomplished, and it was fantastic. And they overcame the heat.
Overcame
and
the
humidity
heat.
in Omaha. It was 114 heat index there yesterday, just before the first pitch, and they endured, they overcame, and now we're celebrating their national championship. All right, for our forecast, we are looking at temperatures right now in the lower 90s. The parade forecast will call for, a very warm evening ahead, slowly dropping into the 80s, and then eventually cooling into the 70s. So very warm temperatures will continue this evening. It will have beautiful blue sky, and again, it will stay kind of hot and dry into the early evening hours, and then slowly cooling. Emily, we're excited for what's to come.
Yeah, and this has just been such an emotional journey for this Vol baseball team. Emotional on the fans' end, but especially emotional on the players' end. Xander Seacrest talked post-game about just how vital this Tennessee baseball team is for his life and just the well-being of how he carries himself as a human. And he said coming from a single-family household, it's not always easy, but he said that Tony Vitello has just been such a father figure to him, and it's just a testament of how close this Vol baseball team is.
But yeah, that man's like a father figure, to be honest. I mean, I was blessed enough to have him recruit me, growing up in a single mother household, and talking to this man mostly every day and every week. He was just like a father figure to me, and I went on my recruiting visits, and I bought a hat here in the Alumni Vol shop, and I go back home and I realized that out of all the recruiting visits, the only thing I bought was a Tennessee hat. So it just felt like home, and I'm glad that we finally got it done, and I couldn't be more happier for this program and the way it's been built. And I know I see Danny White back there, so I'm going to put it out there. I hope there is a lifetime contract coming soon for Coach Vitello.
You heard Xander Seacrest. I mean, what he said about Danny White, that is absolutely hilarious. That just shows how much of a goofball he is, but he does have that emotional side to him, and they all do, and this just means so much to them.
You know what? That shows you right there. That is a whole lot bigger than baseball, right? So that is a true, real life. What a great story. Thank you, Emily.
Yeah.
All right, Brittany, live from Market Square. It's about to get real here in just a little bit. We'll send it back to you.
It's about to get real. That's right. All right. Thank you so much, Todd and Emily. We appreciate it. And Cassie Nall is joining me now. We have been sort of having a vantage point from here with all of the cameras showing all of the views all afternoon. We're told that the buses just left Lindsey Nelson Stadium, so the team is headed downtown for the big parade.
All right, because we are watching. They have shut down Gay Street at this point, and we are seeing the fans starting to gather, and they're starting to fill up the road. It is going to be such just a fun event and so much energy, and thankfully the weather is cooperating. It's a little warm, but at least it's not super humid, so that helps, and we're not worrying about storms. So this is good news this afternoon.
Cassie is loving that part of all this, because the last thing you'd want to be doing is forecasting some difficult weather when all of this is happening.
Yeah, Todd and I were talking about it earlier, and we're like, thank goodness it's just hot. We're not having to worry about storms. But everybody, again, hope you stay safe if you're going to be out there along the parade route, which is where, of course, we have many of our reporters.
Including our 10 News anchor, Katie Inman, who is right there in the thick of things with a very excited fan. Hi, Katie.
I'm going to change my shirt.
Hey, this is Sterl the Pearl.
Whoa.
Okay, how are you feeling, Sterl?
I feel good today. Yeah!
Oh, you have been getting the crowd hyped up, okay?
Well, the juice has got to flow. The orange juice has got to flow, baby. Because we're number one, baby. We're number one. That baseball team got it done. The Omaha Vols. When I say Omaha, you say Vols. Omaha Vols, baby. Let's go.
And you got that pom-pom shaking. You got the fans all
like a Polaroid picture. Hey,
Okay, this has been endless entertainment.
Yes.
Okay, we had some young fans ask you, they said, who's your favorite Vol on the team right now, and how are you feeling before this parade?
I'm not feeling like less. I'm feeling like C-Mo. I feel like C-Mo, but I love the whole team, the juice on the team, the integrity, the brotherhood, the unity with Coach Tony V and Coach Q in the weight room, and then you got Beth Schwartz, got them guys eating right. I mean, look here, that baseball team exemplified championship attitude in the classroom. They did it on the field. Whoa, let's go, let's go.
And we know Sterl the Pearl, he gets Vols hyped up all year long, especially at those Vol football games, and he's doing the same thing right here on the streets in Knoxville. Sterl, thank you so much for getting us hyped up.
And you know what I'm saying about the rest of the baseball teams? They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. Whoa!
All right, there you have it. You heard Sterl the Pearl. He's getting us all hyped up here, and fans are lining up down on Gay Street. We are at the start of the parade. Everyone's getting in place. Smokey is in town, okay? We just got to talk with him just a little bit, and the bagpipers are getting formed up right now. So it is just a matter of time before those baseball balls take to Gay Street and get to take in the whole homecoming parade. We'll go ahead and send things back to you in the studio for now, but we are just getting started out here, guys.
Katie, that's for sure. I don't know how you're not pumped up after that.
That man has more energy than I think everyone on that road combined. Holy moly.
Oh, speaking of energy and cuteness, take a look at the adorable little fan who's with Sam Perez right now. Sam, who do you have there?
Yes, this is Miss Hensley. Hensley, how old are you?
5.
5. And tell me, Hensley, what are you doing here today? Are you cheering on the Vols?
Yeah.
Yeah? And can you tell me, your outfit is awesome. What do you have on?
A cheerleading outfit.
A cheerleading outfit. And can we see the bow up here? It even has the Tennessee T. Can you go down like this so we can see it really good? Look at that. Good job. And what do you have here?
A pom-pom.
A pom-pom. And can you show me how you use your pom-pom? Amazing. And tell me, Hensley, what are you most excited to see today? Who are you hoping to see?
The coach.
The coach, Coach Vitello, aren't we all? I think we're all excited to see him. And earlier I saw Smokey riding by. Did you see Smokey? No? Are you hoping to see Smokey?
Yes.
Yes? And so can I get one big Go Vols from you?
Go Vols!
Look at that. She is a natural. Got her pom-pom here. Do you want to shake it one more time? All right. Well, Go Vols from Hensley and me at the start of the parade. We're just waiting for things to pick up, but the energy is high. We're feeling good, and we can't wait to see the players.
We can't wait to see the players either. Thank you both. How sweet is that? And speaking of the parade, just a reminder for you, the parade is going to start near the Gay Street Bridge on Hill Avenue, then travel down Gay Street before taking a left onto Wall Avenue to Market Square. The parade will then turn into Market Square, where there will be a citywide celebration. Of course, we've been showing you views from Market Square all afternoon. The setup is in place. We are going to take a quick short break, but we'll be back in just about 90 seconds for the start of that parade. Stay with us, everyone. Made it to downtown Knoxville. Take a look at the buses carrying the now national championship team. from Tennessee. Tennessee baseball arriving downtown to a sea of fans in Big Orange Country. We have followed and tracked the team all the way from the plane from Omaha to McGee-Tyson Airport to loading those buses to head up Alcoa Highway and then to Lindsey Nelson Stadium, and now finally boarding the buses back again to see them unload here downtown. First off the bus, there you see Coach Tony Vitello ready to greet his fans. We just heard from little Hensley, our cute little cheerleader, who said, "Hey, who do you want to see?" She said, "The coach." So hopefully the coach is going to wave to her during the parade route. Now we're waiting for some of the players to unload. Of course, this is around the time we expect the parade to begin and then to head down Gay Street. We have folks lined up all along Gay Street, and if we had seen some of the photos before and some of the video, you could see it's a sea of orange right now with those fans.
And everybody is just, they're so happy. The mood is so joyful.
A baby!
I mean, how, and babies and pets. Oh my gosh, more small children on this bus. Everybody is just in such a great mood as this is the very first national championship for the baseball Vols in school history. It is just, I mean, how can you not be just joyful about this?
It is a good reminder that today, I mean, it is a historic day for the University of Tennessee and for Knoxville and for the greater East Tennessee area. Now we are seeing some of those players clad in their gear. Oh, they are recognized for sure as they get off the bus, and we cannot wait to see them greeted by the fans. And it's so nice. They've been in Omaha, sort of outside of Big Orange Country. Now we know many fans, of course, traveled with them to Omaha to celebrate them there, but there is nothing like coming home to get your hometown fans who have been cheering you along the way, because don't forget, this team made history also winning 60 games during this season to bring this home.
Yes, and 5 players with 20-plus home runs on the team. I mean, truly an incredible team all around, and they've got an incredible fan base too that is supporting them, an incredible coach that has gotten them here. And now we all just get to enjoy this. I mean, we've never gotten to have a parade for national champions in recent years here.
Absolutely not. And the last national championship was won by UT in 2009. That was the indoor women's track and field team. But that is a long time, folks. That's almost 20 years.
And then you got to go back to 98 to go beyond that point. So this is so much fun for everybody to get to be outside and get to do today. And we have crews set up all across this parade route, up and down Gay Street and on Market Square, where a large crowd is gathering. They've got a stage put up where once the crews, or I should say the team, works their way down Gay Street, they're going to take that left, head into Market Square, and then we're going to have a big presentation, a big ceremony there. So whether folks are at Market Square or up and down Gay Street, they're going to get to be a part of this wonderful, wonderful celebration that's going to be happening.
And you see there at the start of the parade, the bagpipers. We got a little preview earlier, and we were told they're basically just going to play Rocky Top the entire route, which it makes sense. If you're a fan and you're out there, you want to hear that as the team makes its way down. There you can see all of the fans lined along Gay Street. Of course, Gay Street has been closed for this parade that's going to take place here in just a few minutes as soon as everyone is lined up and ready to go. And just a reminder for you, you can see they're sort of lined up down the hill on Hill Avenue because Gay Street is actually closed right now because of some repairs after an inspection this morning, but that is not stopping anything. Take another look at this view where it's even more packed down along Gay Street. I love seeing all of the balloons and the pom-poms and everybody in their orange ready to welcome them home. And
there's the big orange carpet.
Yes, this is Market Square, by the way, folks. It's kind of maybe hard to tell because it's so packed and crowded right now. And then if you look really closely, you'll see the big Power T there at the end of the orange carpet. And so basically it looks like the Vols will head up the carpet onto a stage that is set up with a big video screen and some chairs to really see them get the celebration that they deserve. And it looks like the parade is now underway, folks. There in the background, for just a moment, you saw the bagpipers taking off. So all of those fans are going to get a chance now to see their Tennessee baseball Vols.
This is going to be such a phenomenal event. It starts with the bagpipers coming down, playing Rocky Top. We've got some dancers that are going to be a part of that as well. The UT cheerleaders are part of this parade. And then, of course, we're going to have Coach Vitello and the entire team. Let's head out now to our field reporter, Sam Perez, and see I guess the crew that she's hanging out with.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. So things are just getting started. You can feel the energy is picking up. We have some law enforcement officers here with the motorcade, and you can see those buses. You were just talking about the bagpipers, and now they are here. They're at the start of the parade on Gay Street. I'm going to step out of the way so you can see the action. It looks like we're just getting ready for the performance to start. We are excited. We've got pom-poms up in the air. I'm going to be quiet for just a second so you can hear some of this cheering. Great to be at Tennessee Ball. That is how people are feeling. All right, back to you.
Sam, thank you so much. Now we are seeing more of the parade route as we see. It looks like they're going to be heading down in some cars along the parade route. And there we see.
There he is.
Yes.
Coach Vitello. It's like he heard me. He said, hey, what?
He looked up. Looks like he is going to be leading the route. We know lots of folks are here to see him as well. He's just been, you know, a great asset to the team, as you've heard from many players. We just heard Emily Ray Cochran had talked about one of the players earlier who really just looked up to him as a father figure, and he has meant so much. You've heard so many of the players talk about what he has meant to them in bringing this team together, and he never doubted that the team could make it to the finish line. It is not easy. The odds are stacked against you if you are a #1 ranked team. You do not make it to the finals and you do not win the championship. But Tennessee beat those odds and managed to do it and bring home the win. And now they're getting to sort of bask in the glory of this. All right, speaking of Coach Vitello, Katie Inman is down there live with him right now. Let's send it to her.
Yeah, Coach Vitello signing some baseballs and shirts. Coach Vitello, how are you feeling today?
Overwhelmed, but that's a good thing. We got a lot of fans and we're excited to celebrate with them.
All right, go Vols and have fun in the parade. Coach Vitello getting ready to take off behind these buses as we're kicking off the parade, the homecoming parade for the Vol baseball team, the national champions. Coach Vitello taking time to sign some baseballs and shirts and take pictures with fans ahead of that step off of the parade. He is, of course, riding on top of a convertible. Man, and this is a surreal experience for so many. Here they go. We are here at Hill Avenue as they're getting ready to go. They are just waiting for the cheerleaders to come by in that Food City buggy. But guys, it is exciting. I'm shaking just standing here. This is awesome.
And there once again, we see the bagpipers and the drummers we were talking about earlier. And you saw a little glimpse of it. Katie was sort of mentioning it. The big, I don't know if you've seen that in a parade before, the big Food City cart. It's quite large, by the way. And I think she said the cheerleaders, the cheer squad was on that. So it looks like everyone's going to be involved in this big parade.
Oh
there
my
we
gosh,
go.
I have not seen that before.
So it's quite the sight if you have not seen it in person in a parade. And there we see Coach Vitello heading off to lead off the team. And I'm not sure, we have not been able to see whether the players are going to be walking or also in cars, but it looks like we're starting to get our answers here. We saw lots of little kiddos who were hopping off the bus as well. And it looks like the players are going to get a chance to ride along the parade route so that they're sort of going to be elevated and be able to wave to their fans as well. So that's a good thing for folks who are maybe packed along the parade route and behind and maybe don't get the front up close view, so they'll still get a chance to see their players and wave.
I think everybody, no matter where you are along that route, is going to get a great view. Oh my gosh, this cart. I have not seen this before. When you were calling it the Food City cart, I wasn't really sure what you meant.
It's a shopping cart.
It's literally a shopping cart.
Or a buggy, as they say in the South.
Oh, and that's Smokey at the front, where he belongs, waving to the crowd right there. So you get some bagpipe version of Rocky Top. Then you get a shopping cart with cheerleaders and Smokey in it, and then the team following in the cars, heading down Gay Street, where they will finally turn left and head down to the Market Square area. And that is a really wild sight, Brittany. That's amazing.
If you're going to have a big orange celebration, you're going to do it right.
Oh, and the buses are part of this as well. We're seeing that they're actually leading, it looks like, down Gay Street right now as well.
And it's nice to see they're sort of traveling at a slower pace so that really the fans who have been waiting out there now for many hours, in some cases for these fans, they'll get a chance to really sort of wave and say hello. There you see Coach Vitello once again. He's leading off the parade. And then we're told that the players are a bit behind him, maybe altogether. Alyssa, what were you saying about the players? they're in the backs of trucks. There we see some of the players there. Oh, holding up a big championship sign as well. So again, they'll also be riding along the route, some of them together, maybe in multiple cars, so that we can see them as they are making their way down Gay Street through the center of town. And this has been a celebration that, you know, came together pretty quickly.
It did, because I think up until that final strikeout last night, you know, Texas A&M kept that game close.
Oh, absolutely.
With that final score bringing it up to 5-6 there, we were all holding our breath, and then with that final out, we all just were so excited, and then it came time to plan for this amazing parade that came together today. And I'm so happy to see so many fans have been able to come out, because there were so many of them in Omaha.
Absolutely.
Supporting. I heard those Rocky Top cheers so loud, and saw that sea of orange in Omaha, and it's so great to see that back in our own hometown here, up and down Gay Street right now in the downtown area. And there is the trophy.
They have been not letting that go since the moment that they won the big game. We saw it, of course, being carried off of the airplane, well, onto the airplane and then off the airplane. And then it was at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. Actually, a couple of fans got to take a photo with it. That was pretty cool to see some memories made there. And now it's going to make its way along the parade route. And, you know, going back to this season, what a season it was. I felt like the momentum kept building and building and building. And really, I know folks would have liked to seen it happen in 2 games, but forcing the 3rd game and then getting the win that we did 6-5, I mean, in the end, it was so amazing, and a lot of the folks got to see it in Omaha, as you mentioned. But now, really, the Vols sort of get to celebrate twice, right? They had the big celebration in Omaha, and now they're having a big celebration back here at home, holding that big sign. The players, hopefully, are feeling all of the love that Big Orange Country.
I mean, really, this is, like you said, they've gotten to have 2 celebrations, and I think it made that victory all that much sweeter.
Of course.
When they didn't win it straight out. Because it just showed that they were the opponent playing Texas A&M. That was not an easy win.
They earned the title that they are bringing back, that's for sure. Now we can hear so many of the cheers. Let's just listen in a little bit to just show you the sights and hear the sounds from the parade.
There it is, the trophy, and that is what we love to see right there, that orange towel with the words National Champions on it, and that power tee. It looks good. It looks good on this team.
It looks good on the team, and I love that the championship T-shirts have a little bit of the checkerboard. Oh, the checkerboard.
Careful now.
Nod
Hang on.
as well. Yeah, they're standing up in the back of a moving vehicle, but you know they're pretty athletic, so I'm sure they're going to be just fine.
They'll get their car legs underneath them there. Just hang on a little bit there. So once they work their way down Gay Street, then they will get out of those vehicles and work their way into Market Square. So there's a very long parade route, which gives a lot of folks a great opportunity to get to see those players for a minute.
And the players get to see their fans. I mean, I hope that they're soaking this all in. We have to not forget that these are young players. I mean, they are college kids, and here we are celebrating this moment in history. And I hope that they are soaking it all in, because looking back years from now, they are going to realize we were the ones to make history. And they talk about this being a brotherhood and just caring so much for one another and just coming to the finish line together. And now I hope they're taking a moment to soak this all in as they go along this parade route.
And for anybody that ever participated in any kind of organized sport or club or anything when you were in high school or even in college, remember that last moment you had when you knew it was over? I just thought about that when Kirby Connell hit that final strikeout last night. And I just thought, you know, that was his last pitch ever. And his last pitch was the one that sealed the deal and won them a national championship. Like, what an incredible memory for all of those guys to get to go experience in Omaha, and an incredible once-in-a-lifetime event for them to get to come back and do this for the seniors. But maybe, just maybe, we'll get to do this again.
Of course. I mean, the momentum is going now. And I know that all of those players, I mean, once you taste victory like this, you want it again, right?
I mean, we had that one fan that was like, 2-peat, 3-peat, we're going to do it forever.
And then another cool moment from after the game when all of the coaches, Coach Barnes and Josh Heupel, were there as well. And Coach Barnes talked a little bit about how this made him hungry for a basketball win in championship. So that was just a cool moment to see everyone coming together and the coaches supporting one another, really Tennessee athletics as a whole coming together. Of course, we saw Peyton Manning, the sheriff, cheering on the team from Omaha as well. And I know that that was an important moment for the team to see. And earlier today, we heard from Todd Helton as well, another VFL who's back in town to celebrate this big win. Let's listen in once again as we hear the crowd.
Guys, you probably can't hear me, but if you can hear me in the sea of orange, very loud orange, the van, or the bus, I should say, carrying the players, making their way down Gay Street, and it is loud. It is very loud. This crowd is going crazy. And when the horns blow, they only get louder. And they continue to come. Even the bus driver is waving. Everyone wants to be a part of this moment. And we're not through from our vantage point. There's Smokey and the cheer team. And of all things, they're in a shopping cart. Once again, this is, in some ways, a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and Big Orange Country is savoring it. We're actually almost eye to eye with the cheer team. Let's give them a wave. And we're not done yet, folks. More people making their way down Gay Street, the crowd quieting down just for a moment, I'm sure. But
let's not forget
they're
that
going to be revved up again, because I think I see Sterl the Pearl.
And the crowd we were hearing just then, they've not even seen the players or the coach quite yet. That was the leadoff to the parade. So just imagine how loud they will be cheering when they see the team come up through Gay Street. And then again, Market Square, if you've been looking at some of these shots we've been showing you, it is packed with people. If you thought the parade route was packed, take a look at everyone crowded into Market Square, and take a look at this vantage point. How cool is that?
Wow. This is such a cool moment for UT, for Knoxville, for East Tennessee. Oh my goodness. And that sea of orange and white. If you're just now tuning in this evening, we are covering the Baseball Vols Victory Parade live as the team is working their way down Gay Street in downtown Knoxville, with an equally large crowd waiting for them along the big orange carpet in Market Square. We've got Sterl the Pearl getting everyone all riled up. I don't know how that man has a voice after he does these kind of things.
Did you see he was rocking the vehicle earlier? That's how excited he is. And by the way, I don't know if you've heard this yet, but earlier today, Mayor Glenn Jacobs declared this Tennessee Baseball Day in Knox County. So this is a fitting celebration. Also on the House floor, Rep. John Rose mentioned it so that it could be taken into the congressional record. So, you know, it's official. This is the reason why we're celebrating. This is an official celebration, shall we say.
I mean, as it should be. And there, of course, is the leader of the team, Coach Tony Vitello. You know, someone that we interviewed said that the team really reflects its leader.
Yes.
And that just speaks volumes to Coach Vitello and everything he's done for this team since joining the staff. It was 2017.
2017. Mm-hmm.
And since then, he has just brought this team to greatness. And to cap it off with the first World Series, or I should say College World Series win here for the baseball program at the University of Tennessee. I can't wait to see what they do in the future.
Absolutely, and you mentioned sort of all of the great things he's done since he joined in 2017. Let's just run off a little list here. He has had 5 NCAA regionals, 4 NCAA Super Regionals, 3 College World Series appearances, and then, of course, the big win. And there we see Chancellor Dondi Plowman. She's there talking with Danny White, the athletics director. So
I mean, this
have been
wouldn't
very
happen without them.
Exactly. Shout outs by some of the leadership last night as well. So certainly they're there for this as well. Now we are going to go back down to 10 News anchor Robin Wilhoit, who's really in the midst of everything. We're going to try to hear you because the crowd is going wild, as they say, Robin.
Or if Robin can't even hear us. It might be too loud for Robin to hear us.
Good point.
Well, guys, Tony just walked or just drove by, and the crowd went wild. They were chanting his name, and he heard them loud and clear. And we are continuing to see people associated with the team making their way down Gay Street, waiting for the team to make their way, and that, I promise you, is when it will be deafening, because it's deafening right now. We haven't heard anything yet.
And speaking of the players, Robin was just mentioning they were getting another view as they are shaking hands and being greeted by their fans. And I love that they keep holding up the trophy you see there, and they're holding up the victory signage as well so that everyone can get a good look. And I'm sure part of that is that they feel that they have been supported throughout the season by the fans. And this is sort of a giving back and saying, hey, you know, thank you for being our support system throughout this as well. They want to share in this moment, I'm sure.
Listen,
with
can
Big
you
Orange
guys hear
Country.
me when I'm talking?
Robin, we
yes,
can
Robin,
hear you.
we can hear you.
Alyssa?
But one of the best parts about this is that a lot of these players, we were talking about this earlier, you know, at one point they were kids, probably playing on some little league team, and they got to go to see either college teams or maybe some minor league or even MLB teams play. And getting that autograph on a shirt or your hat or a baseball is just like the greatest thing that you can possibly imagine when you're a kid. And it is so cool to see them, as you said, giving back to the fans, maybe inspiring future generations of players that may come to UT one day, because that's where they all started.
You know, they all had this dream at some point. If you are playing baseball, as you said, starting that young, you're getting those baseballs signed, and you are so excited to then be able to do that on the other side. It's one of those things you dream of, but maybe can't quite imagine.
All right.
Now we want to go send things back to Robin, where she is along the parade route.
Guys, as you can hear and see, the team is here. They've made it. They're making their way down Gay Street, and the crowd is going wild. Wild. Need I say any more?
That was an incredible response from the crowd, just listening to it. Can you imagine being down in it?
I think they held up the trophy at that moment. And again, just giving high fives, signing memorabilia, just really living in the moment, and I'm so happy for these players. They worked so hard. They set so many school records. They set so many NCAA records. They're truly one of a kind. They're going down in history for a reason.
Smokey!
And look at this. Smokey has made it to Market Square, walking down the big orange carpet.
Well, you know, we've heard the chant, it's great to be a Tennessee Vol, and this is one of those days where that chant is really coming to fruition, and that is why everyone is out there. If you are a fan of Tennessee baseball and of Vol Nation, you want to be a part of this moment. So I just am so proud of East Tennessee for coming together. Let's look at that amazing view along Gay Street. It is packed. People came out, they stopped what they were doing because they said, we want to be here, we want to show our support, we want to be part of this moment in history. Again, this is the very first national title in Tennessee baseball history. The last time they even made it to the College World Series was back in 1951.
Yeah,
so
to the final championship game.
Really.
This is truly incredible. And you know, even if you didn't go to the University of Tennessee, you're from somewhere else in the country and you've recently moved here, you just can't help but get pulled into the love that surrounds UT.
You get adopted.
Everybody bleeds orange in this town, and it's so great to see the support that the fans bring to these teams, because as we were saying earlier, these guys couldn't do it without that support.
No. There we see, again, we can't see the trophy enough. And I love that they keep holding it up to share this moment with the fans. And and all of their t-shirts saying national champions. It's just a wonderful, wonderful moment, a historic moment. There we go.
Woo! Get excited.
You can tell they are feeling it, because again, just hearing it from our vantage point here in the studio through the cameras and the microphones, just imagine being down in it.
I think they're just letting everyone touch it.
Oh, that's so great.
That is really cool.
Oh, and look, here's a little baby.
Oh my gosh,
touch
it. Baby's like, no.
She doesn't know what to do. That is amazing. And again, just a symbol of wanting to share this moment with Big Orange Country today. Everyone getting to be in on this special moment.
Oh, we've got confetti floating around now. Oh my gosh, it is a party on Gay Street tonight. And we haven't even gotten started with Market Square.
Oh no. And speaking of, they're making their way, again, just a reminder for folks, especially if you just happen to be tuning in the middle of all this, we are in the midst of the big victory parade for Tennessee baseball. The players, as you see here, right in the middle of Gay Street, surrounded by their adoring fans as they make their way down Gay Street. They'll turn onto Wall and then make it into Market Square. And boy, Market Square is packed and ready. A big orange carpet. We've seen Smokey dancing along it. We saw Chancellor Dondi Plowman there. Also, Athletics Director Danny White is there. And I'm sure some other leadership from UT ready to welcome them on a big stage set up in Market Square. This is a great view. Let's just listen in one more time.
It as well, which is cool that they're allowing the fans to kind of share in the glory of this championship they just brought back to East Tennessee and to Knoxville. This is my favorite part about this entire thing, the fist bumps with the fans, the high fives, the signing of the memorabilia.
Because you know what? It wasn't easy to get a ticket to the game as the season went on. So, you know, for some fans, this might be their first time that they're getting to get up close and personal with the team, and what a moment to do it. And this is a view from Market Square, and you can see folks clapping and getting ready. It has to be cool to be in Market Square right now, because no doubt you can hear what's happening and you know it's coming, but you can't quite see it yet. But man, just imagine when they make that turn down Wall and head into Market Square. But look how packed this is. Gay Street is almost completely full of fans right now. The parade can almost not make it down Gay Street right now because it's so packed.
This is a party that's going to go on after this, after the actual parade event is over. And of course, we're going to continue to bring it to you live here. as we go throughout the evening. As Brittany said, there's a stage set up in Market Square. So once the players get done coming down the parade route, down Gay Street, saying hi to all the fans here, they'll move into Market Square, and there will be, we'll call it a victory ceremony.
Yes.
To speak to the achievements of all of these players, to kind of recap the incredible season that they've had, and just how proud East Tennessee is of the baseball Vols this year.
And a reminder, we will bring that all to you. We are going to stay here live on air throughout the duration of the parade as it goes into Market Square, and then we're going to keep you there for the entire ceremony so that you will not have to miss a moment, because we know not everyone was able to make it down in person to this victory celebration. So that's why we're giving you multiple vantage points along the parade route to really bring you into the action if you weren't able to make it there in person.
I mean, we've got the bird's eye view right now. And actually, as we're getting closer to Market Square, I'm noticing the crowd is getting even denser. They're starting to get a little antsy. And we have some folks already down in Market Square who have an amazing vantage point looking down at the crowd. And I'm going to send it now to Chief Meteorologist Todd Howell and sports reporter Emily Ray Cochran. How's it feeling down there? Are you guys getting anxious, getting ready for the Vols to make their appearance?
Yeah, guys. Yeah, it's absolutely so loud down here, Todd. I mean, I can barely hear myself think.
Oh my goodness, we had to redial into our phones because so many people dialed in and dropped service. Lots of Tennessee Vol fans gathered. We could see everybody streaming in from Gay Street. Now they're all gathered here, and it is about to get very loud. They've been showing the previews on the screen. We've been seeing, we're still seeing right now. Look at the parade on Gay Street. I've never seen this many people on Gay Street for parade. You know, any protocols or standards as far as how close the fans should be to the vehicles, that's out the window. They're going slow, it's okay. But look at all the Vol fans gathered here at Market Square on Gay Street. Again, it's overflowing and overspilling now, and they're still about to arrive. The cheerleaders have arrived. They're in the pavilion. Smokey's here, and it's about to get really loud when the team officially arrives in a moment.
Yeah, it's a sea of orange right now, guys. As Todd said, everybody from the parade everybody on Gay Street has come to Market Square to really just celebrate this special moment. And we can see close family and friends are in this white seat area right here. Tennessee will come down on this orange carpet, and the Vol fans are just anxiously waiting for the team to arrive. And it's such an exciting moment.
Absolutely. You know, we got folks up here that are gathered too. I don't know if we can get let me see if we got some kids.
Yeah, we got some kids here.
You know what? Young, old, in between alike, and these are some young kids here, big fans.
Yes.
I know they're excited to cheer on the national champion baseball Vols. Hey, guys.
Yeah, hey, guys. How's it going? What are we feeling right now, Lane?
Happy.
Why are you so happy?
Because we won the Tennessee game.
The Tennessee game? What kind of game was it? Do you know?
The championship.
Woo! Can I get a go Vols from you guys?
Let's go!
You guys got the best seat in the house. Thank you so much for joining us. Guys, I mean, the excitement here is just unmatched. Obviously, we got kids up here. We got families up here watching from the second floor. And I mean, we got a great view of just this sea of orange.
Oh, my goodness.
That, I mean, it's crazy.
This is probably one of the best views. I mean, there's the stage. Team's got the orange carpet laid out for them. There's a beautiful big orange tee at the end of it, and what they're going to be walking onto. And it's one of those you could just feel and sense the crowd building. Yes.
Absolutely. And that's enough from us right now. We're going to send things back over to Brittany in the studio to see what she's looking at right now.
Both Todd and Emily, joined again by Cassie. We have been watching the parade go along Gay Street. It's going to turn into Market Square shortly, so we're going to take a moment to reset. We'll be back in about 90 seconds with more live parade coverage.
Don't wait weeks for your kitchen cabinets. Old City Kitchen.
champions now. The first time in Tennessee baseball history that a team has won the College World Series. It's incredible.
They earned it all the way until that final pitch, the final strikeout last night. And I don't think even they could believe it. We asked one of the players, we were like, what happened? How did you feel when you won? And he's like, I don't even remember. All of a sudden, I just was running because I was so excited. And now, after that last night, they had their celebration in Omaha, Nebraska. They traveled back to East Tennessee this afternoon. We were there when the plane landed at the McGee-Tyson Airport. We kind of stalked their buses until they got to Lindsey Nelson Stadium, where they were greeted with fans. Then they came to Gay Street, and that is where they were welcomed with a sea of orange and white as they went down Gay Street, heard the chants of how great it is to be a Tennessee Vol. And now they're starting to make their way into Market Square. That's the final destination for tonight's celebrations going on.
You can see that those were some shots that we were showing you from Market Square.
There's
where
a lot
they
of people.
are ready. And I imagine some of the players and the team a little bit running on fumes at this point.
The adrenaline keeps you going, but they're going to sleep really well tonight.
The game was late last night, by the way, and
Yeah.
they've done all of this that we've just mentioned. So again, we've been watching the parade live. We want to now check in with Todd and Robin and Emily as we are watching this parade. They are on Market Square, and they've got a great vantage point.
We got a friend with us, guys. We brought Robin all the way from Gay Street.
We made our way through the sea of orange just to be here, only to find the sea has grown on Market Square.
It's orange everywhere, guys. I don't know how to explain
It's
it.
a beautiful scene.
Yeah, is this what it looked like over on Gay Street? I can imagine.
Oh, Todd.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Todd.
Oh, my goodness.
It was a beautiful scene, but that's what this is about. This is about everyone coming together to celebrate our Vols, to celebrate that victory. It is so deserved, and Big Orange Country has shown out in a big way.
I mean, first ever national champion for the Vols baseball team. It's getting real. I mean, it's so exciting. You can just sense that excitement building as we've gone through this afternoon.
And of course, #1 overall seed, first one to win it all since 1999. I mean, you couldn't ask for more from this Tennessee team. Tony Vitello, you could tell that the crowd is building. And
I think Cheryl the Pearl is making his way down. Yes, he is. The party is getting started.
The party's getting started.
Wait till the meal. It's coming.
You can hear the music in the background.
If Sterl is leading the way, that means the team can't be that far away.
I don't know if you can see that, Jerry. Look at that shot. That's the orange carpet. See the big orange tee? And that's where they're coming in from, the pavilion. Look at the fans on outside. That is a beautiful sight right there. What a welcome. What a celebration.
I mean, just more Vol fans after Vol fans just keep pouring in, and it's about to get rowdy in here when these players come in, guys.
It was really interesting as I was making my way through here to imagine that crowd that is on Gay Street converging onto Market Square. It's going to take a long time to get home tonight.
I mean, you got to be...
We can look down the way. Everybody that was on Gay Street is now trying to get into Market Square.
You're a special kind of fan if you want to be in two places at once. I mean, these Vol fans are so unbelievably passionate about this team, and it certainly shows, guys.
Yeah, you know what? And this has been building. Not just today, of course. The team has been building. The last few years, they were so close.
Yep.
And this year, punched
Tony
through.
Vitello.
They overcame adversity.
Yep.
And they won it all.
Absolutely.
And it's a beauty to see.
I had quite the moment, too, when I was on Gay Street on the balcony. Todd Helton was there and had a moment to speak with him and him reminiscing about his experience.
Oh, my
And, of course, just so proud for this team and making it all the way to national champs.
Hall of Famer right there. And, of course, if you look down, you see a bunch of Helton jerseys as well.
Yes.
It just shows how long this Tennessee fan base has been so passionate about this team. And it's been a long time coming. First ever national championship for this Tennessee baseball team.
Absolutely. I can only imagine the emotions Todd Helton. You know, some great players that come through this program, and maybe they weren't able to win the national championship, but they contributed so much. You know, it's like it's building a foundation, a cake, so to speak, all these layers and everybody who ever played on this for this program, this team, gets to be a part of this championship team, because you're building it up until you reach the pinnacle like this team this year did.
And that is exactly what Todd Helton said. It was about the foundation. It was about your leadership and building up. And thus, what you get with that is success and a national championship.
Yeah.
And we all get to celebrate.
Yes.
Have an amazing time.
Tony White's down there, Donde Plowman's down there. They embraced in a huge hug when they saw each other. Ball fans just absolutely going crazy for the two of them as well. And, you know, I think when Tony Vitello walks into Market Square, this place is going to absolutely lose their minds.
Yeah, I mean, do you think he's going to stay in the lines just on the orange carpet?
No.
Or is he going to try to hurdle over and jump in the stands again like he did last night in Omaha?
So as he was making his way down in the convertible, it was very slow because people were stopping him along the way, getting autographs, and of course he was so gracious to do it.
Yes, our very own Katie Inman got an interview with him too. He's so great with the fans and just loves this fan base so much. He said it time after time, and all of these Tennessee coaches, you know, Josh Heupel was there last night, Rick Barnes was there last night, we saw Peyton Manning, obviously. They are just so close, and I feel like
I think they've arrived.
They're coming. They are coming.
We see some activity behind the trees.
We see some Christian Moore at the front of the pack. Tony Vitello. The team has arrived.
The team has arrived. By the way, Robin, I've never seen that many people on Gay Street for a parade ever. Usually have to be back to the curb. All the protocols were shot, but it was such a sight to see.
We've covered our fair share of parades over the years, Todd, and this by far tops them all.
I guess this
All
will
of them.
set my standards pretty high. This
Yes.
is my first Tennessee celebration parade, so it's definitely worth it.
Here we go, folks.
Here we go.
And they feel like they're a long way from done capping this year. The question is for the Vols, is this the year?
It's a new environment, new itinerary, and you got to be at your very best.
But once the game starts, you just got to play ball.
The only thing we can control is going out there and playing our game.
Doing the same thing we've been doing all year long, just still 60 feet, 6 inches. The caliber of teams we play all year long are very similar, and you go into every weekend knowing it's going to be a dogfight, so it's the same thing when you get here.
Ball driven in there, towards left, and that ball is gone! Goodbye, he's done it again! Swing in the middle, strike three, that's the ball game!
I've seen a lot of college baseball. This is as complete a baseball team as I have seen in a long time. They came out today and were just electric in the biggest moment of the season.
The Tennessee Volunteers got a date with destiny. Ball Nation! I want to welcome you to the Market Square madness of our national champion baseball team! Ball Nation, make some noise! Louder! 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 Woo! Come on! Oh, you can forget about that one too. An absolute cannon. Pitch in, got him. Huge punch out. Swing and a miss. The sword. Bases loaded. 2 out. Grand slam. And look out. This is Tennessee baseball. Ball Nation. Wait a minute. Everybody's attention, please. Everybody's attention. Are you ready to?
Can be a major mark for a university. We all get the opportunity here in Knoxville as alumni, as fans, as people in our community to represent the flagship university of this state. I am so fortunate, I think, to have the best boss in the country. We have the best chancellor in higher education in the country, leading the charge. Athletics and what we're doing across the university go hand in hand, we can do some really special things across our community, across the state of Tennessee, and for our entire university. It's going to be a lot of fun here on Rocky Top. It's my honor to introduce our chancellor, your chancellor, my boss, Dr. Dondi Plowman.
What a great day this is. You guys, thank you, thank you, thank you. We wanted this for you. Everybody in the state was watching everything you were doing in Omaha. I was up there for 2 games, Tony. I watched with your mom and sister 2 games. I had to come back for a meeting, board of trustees last night. We put screens everywhere. I've seen these trustees, I didn't even know if they knew what baseball was. They were jumping and screaming and dancing. We had a great time. What you guys have done for us is what Danny said and so much more. There are a lot of little kids watching you. All the time you was there. And we saw you stop after games where you're probably tired, you're frustrated. We saw you give signatures. We saw you talking to kids. That means so much. This is the way you are. You know, 3 years ago, we needed a new athletic director. I guess some of you heard about that 3.5 years ago. And when I met Danny White, he said, we're going to win championships. What he didn't know was Tony Vitello was already on the road towards that. Tony, thank you for everything that you've done. Tony Vitello. So happy for you. What I love about what Tony was saying on TV and after the games was it's how we go about our business. And all of us learn from that. You can see you guys on the field, getting on and off the buses, how much you care for one another, and that makes a big difference, and it teaches all the rest of us. I want to thank the mayor's office, the city councils here, everybody who helped set this up. Thank you. Let's hear one more round. Go Vols. And the last thing I want to share is that in our state capitol, it will be lit up orange tonight and all throughout the weekend for what you guys did for us. Thank you, and go Vols!
All right. A little bit more about the season this year. There was some record-setting performances. We mentioned the total wins. We mentioned things along those lines. But prior to this season, Tennessee baseball had 6 total players hit 20 or more home runs in a single season. This year, Tennessee had 5 players on the roster get north of 20, 1 more than 30. One team had 4 back in 1997, but there's only one squad that has had 5 account for more than 100 home runs between them. So let's hear it for the 865 Bomb Squad. So, of course, Tennessee coming off its first ever College World Series championship. So why don't we go ahead and get a look at some of the highlights from this last week and a half in Omaha.
Tennessee is headed to the finals of the College World Series.
What a season it has been for the #1 team in the tournament.
And I don't think our mindset's changed throughout the whole season, and that's just to take it one game at a time. You know, we believe in each other day in, day out. My brother has my back at all costs. And we know that, you know, all we have to do is stand ask and just want to fight. You know, it's a battle.
It's really remarkable the depth of power that this team has. Just so dangerous on offense.
These guys can flat out mash.
And God! They're better positioned with their pitching. Swing and a miss! Strike 3!
And the defense.
They got it.
We're in a good position to play our brand of baseball. You just got to keep fighting.
Pitch line in the air, base hit for the big orange. Catch! Swing and a miss. Strike 3. This is a team you just can't count out. Tennessee walks it off. This is Tennessee baseball.
Indeed. Why don't we go ahead and bring up the head coach of the Tennessee Volunteers. 7 seasons now as the leader of the Big Orange, Tony Vitello. Very nice. Now, before we get started, we do have a little surprise for Coach, so why don't we go ahead and watch the screen here.
Let's go, Tennessee Vols, 2024 national champs, baby. As the GOAT once said, the Vols aren't coming anymore. The Vols are here, and we ain't going anywhere.
2024 national champions, Tennessee Volunteers. That sounds so sweet to say. We truly felt like we were in the fight with you guys because you were just so easy to root for. Congratulations, national champions. So awesome. Cheers.
2024 national champions, Tennessee Volunteers. Guys, you've earned this. Go enjoy it, celebrate it. You brought the trophy back to Knoxville, Tennessee. Go Vols.
There are no words to describe how proud I am of the players, the staff, the entire organization. Congratulations. No one deserves it more. It is an honor. Celebrate and go Vols.
You guys did it. You won the whole thing. Congrats. You guys deserve it. You worked hard for this opportunity. You never backed down from any task. It was really special watching you guys this year. And one more thing. You got to fight for your right to party.
What's up, boys? Congratulations. I hope you guys are enjoying the hell out of this. You guys earned it. You made a bunch of people extremely proud this year, and I know you probably don't want to be listening to me, so go Vols and live it up tonight.
What's going on, guys? I just want to say congratulations for winning national championship. To the coaches, you guys have worked tremendously hard over the years, and if anybody deserves this, it's you guys. So congratulations and enjoy the night tonight.
2024 national champions, man. How cool is that, Coach V? You know, you're the man, dude. Like, I don't know what to say. There are a handful of people that know how hard you've worked. And I mean, truly, like, nobody knows. You've put in so many hours to this, and, you know, I couldn't be any prouder to say that I've played for you. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool, man. I'm just so happy for you, and, you know, this is just the beginning for you.
I want to give a huge congratulations to Coach V and the Tennessee Vols for bringing back a national championship. Boys, congrats again. Make sure you celebrate this one because you guys truly earned it. Go Vols, baby.
Congrats, boys, on winning a national championship. You've cemented yourself in history as a Tennessee Vol, and we can't be more proud of you for that.
What's up, guys? It's Ruck. I just want to give a huge congratulations to you guys, man. You guys have no idea how much it means to us and all the guys who played before you. Just our mantra is just to leave it better than we found it, and you guys have certainly lived up to that. I just love you guys. Go Vols. Congrats.
What's up, boys? Just want to say congratulations on winning a national championship. Being around you guys in the fall and watching the way that you guys went about your business and the way that you guys kind of surrounded each other. I knew it was going to be a special team. I hope y'all enjoy the night, and love you guys.
Congrats to all the fellas and the staff on winning it all this year, man. It's extremely hard to make it to Omaha, and it's even harder to win it. For you guys to do what you're doing, it's so much fun to watch, and it's so much fun to be a Tennessee fan right now. So congratulations to everybody. And I look forward to seeing all you guys real soon.
I just want to send a huge congratulations to all you guys, the coaching staff, the players, the support staff. Proud is an understatement. I mean, I'm just proud to be part of the Vol baseball family and proud of all you guys for all the hard work that you put in.
How about that?
Awesome. That's my favorite thing in the world right there. It's awesome.
Boy, I'll tell you what, it's something because when you look at the journey that this program's been on for 7 full seasons now, it starts with building blocks, and as Jake Rucker said, leave it better than you found it. And you've had class upon class upon class that has done exactly that. What's it like to have the accomplishment this season represent all of that effort?
It's definitely a building up, and it included the fans. Holy hell, there's a lot of people on the streets tonight. Thank you for coming out for sure. I don't know what's more hot, this side of the stage or wearing black jerseys yesterday when it's 108 degrees, but it all worked out for us.
That it did. What's it like to bring back the hardware? I mean, just to see accomplishment of that.
It's phenomenal, and I hate to single out one person because this state is unquestionably about unity. This university is about unity. Knoxville is about unity, and the best representation I've ever seen in my life of unity is the group that's on this stage right now. For sure. And I hate to single out one guy, but you know, it's kind of funny. One of the guys that's been a mainstay of the program, Mr. Simo, we had to groom him a little bit, but no postseason awards for that guy for some reason. Left off every list. Would you rather have those, or would you rather have this? Plenty of other awards too. Best mustache in all of college baseball. First pitcher ever in the College World Series final to balk over a runner and laugh about it. First player ever to represent or show homage to basketball with a Euro step and football with a helmet spike by Hunter Ensley with his slide. Best lookalike of football coach at first base, Blake Burke. Best tweet I've ever seen on a strength coach. If you saw that, I should probably stop at that. It probably gets a little controversial. Gosh dang, I wish I coached pro sports and didn't have to coach young men, because I would say and do a lot of other things tonight. But we'll move on to John's next question.
You were doing just fine. Okay. When you look at this team, of course, you start, as I mentioned, on the road, Arlington, Texas, Major League Park, wonderful experience. You come out of that weekend 2-1, you come home, you just take care of everything else up until conference play. What was it like to watch this team take the steps that it did while dealing with some adversity? I mean, you had to move some pieces around in the starting rotation. You, of course, were looking at who fits where in the lineup. What was it like to watch this team come together and work towards this incredible goal?
It started in the fall, and it did not stop. In the 2020 team, 21, even 19, Ricky was a part of it. There was a huge buildup, like I said, of fans and players, but it started in the fall when these guys decided they were going to be good to each other, and because of their camaraderie and their chemistry, really good players, and trust me, we got a lot of talent up here, became great players because they wanted to help each other out and they competed for each other, and that's how that thing went down. There had to be some teams and fans of other teams saying it doesn't make sense. How did they win that game? Looking at some of those plays, I don't really understand it. I don't know if we made the right decisions or not, but you know what? When you're all in it for each other, it seems to work out, and it definitely worked out for this group right here.
Well, yeah, let them know. You watch the team fight to finish. As long as there's a chance, a foot in the door, they're going to take advantage of every opportunity they have. From your vantage point, what was it like to watch just the uphill climb that first game against Florida State turned out to be?
It was an oddly comforting feeling doing mound visits. You guys were acting different than any team there was a calm and a confidence and a fight there that's pretty hard to replicate. Never seen it before. You know, and as I believe Fergie said, or Trey, or they all used to say, they taught you young bucks, you got to fight for your right to party. And these guys have earned that right. And if you all are going to party tonight or celebrate, make sure you be safe and make sure you get your money's worth.
Of course, great turnout today, unbelievable support, and the same was true in Omaha. A lot of those folks haven't made it back yet, but what was it like just to see that tunnel form one day to the next as you guys played 6 games in the College World Series, and you had support that just grew and grew each day out?
It's remarkable, and you know, Danny was speaking to it. What's trying to be built here is build off a great tradition that was already there and make it even better. And people are taking part in doing that. So I mentioned the word unity, and it's a give and trade between fans and donors and alumni and administration. And all I would ever ask is, you remember it, whether you're at the football game where we're down 7-0, or softball or women's soccer, whatever it is, make the decision. You're either a Vol or you're not, through thick and thin, Vol or not.
One more for you. After the last out was recorded last night, what was it like to celebrate with everybody either wearing orange and white or black jerseys last night? Your dad, what was it like to just be able to go crazy?
It was, first of all, I went brain dead, so I don't really know how it went. The ice bath woke me up a little bit, so thank you, fellas. But I was so thankful that I was able to hug my mom and dad on that field. You certainly need to be appreciative of the people that got you here, players, also people, a lot of youngsters out here. And so just to be able to show appreciation was awesome. And I'm glad Peyton didn't fall over when I jumped into his arms. So that worked out all right, too.
So it was year number 7, lucky number 7, and it proved that Omaha, the third time, was the charm. Ladies and gentlemen, Tennessee coach Tony Vitello.
Thank you all. Thank you so much. Somebody get Sterl a frickin' sponsorship from Red Bull.
Why don't we catch up with a couple of the guys? Take just a couple minutes here, and why don't we start first with the pride of Huntington, Tennessee, literally left his mark on Charles Schwab Field, Hunter Ensley. What do you think of the crowd, Hunter?
Pretty incredible. Grew up in this state, so really excited to see all the orange and white out here today.
And what has it been like to possess this, also get your own trophy, as this team did something that no other Tennessee team had done before?
Yeah, I said, last night that being around this group in the fall, you knew it was going to be a special team. Just a lot of great different personalities on this team, and really grateful to be a part of it and be a part of all these guys' journeys. There's going to be a lot of guys go play pro ball. They're going to do incredible, and really just grateful to play a part in their journey.
Let's go to the North Carolina game. Top of the second, cleanup hitter up. He lets go a drive. Take us through what happened from that point on.
Yeah, we can first blame Cal Stark on the pitch call. It all started with that. I think it was an 0-2 count. The wind was blowing out to left center. It was a lefty up, so he hit it pretty good. I knew he got it good enough, but I was at full speed, and I knew I was eventually going to run into a wall. Dylan's pretty quiet over there in left field, so he doesn't really ever let me know when I get close to the wall. So I just basically said, F it, let's do it.
That you did. What was it like in terms of just seeing the reaction to that? As far as some that were changing it, it's like, I will run through a wall for Tennessee as opposed to give my all.
Yeah, I didn't think it was anything too crazy until I got home and, got lost in the social media world for a few hours. But, it was pretty cool. It's something I definitely pride myself in, and definitely something, I like to tell all the outfielders is big for the team is if a ball is hit up in the air and it doesn't go over the fence, it needs to be an out, and if not, we'll die trying.
We got to see it every game, and that was as soon as Tennessee took the field again, they would show your eye black, which is still there on that pad.
Yeah, it only took me 2 games to get back out there, so that was something I definitely went for and looked at. But it was pretty cool. Maybe we can paint a little eye black over in left center field in Lindsey Nelson Stadium. We'll get with Coach V about that.
Absolutely. And just give us your perspective. What was it like to just finish the drill, take care of business, get the job done, and win a national championship last night?
Yeah, we've been so close. I'm a Tennessee guy. I grew up watching this program. Huge, on Saturdays growing up, I'm watching Tennessee football. We've been so close the last few years, so really just grateful to be a part of it. The foundation was laid by these group of guys back here. Coach Vitello was the one who built it, and then everybody else, I could talk about all of them for hours, even Q. But yeah, it's been great. Glad we could finally get it done for Coach Vitello and, all these fans here.
Let's hear it for Hunter Ensley.
Thank you, guys.
And now let's bring up SEMO, Christian Moore. Your thoughts on the reception tonight and what it's like to be back in Knoxville with trophy in tow?
Honestly, this is a great turnout. You know, you guys always surprise me with what you do. So thank you guys for coming out tonight. It means everything to us that you guys can be here for us. And, you know, we fought hard for you guys out in Omaha.
Certainly did. And of course, you came to Knoxville from Brooklyn. How was it that Tennessee became the place for you?
Really, you know, I really didn't know Tennessee was a thing during my recruiting process. So when I came down here and toured, you know, it was definitely, you know, a beautiful place. And I'm so glad I chose this school and Coach V, you know, had a dream in me.
You put in a ton of hard work in terms of working from your freshman to your sophomore season to this year. What has it been like to see the hard work pay off with just, as some would say, video game numbers?
I mean, I definitely...
I think you're good to go.
Yeah, no, definitely just over the course of my 3 years, you know, just trying to develop into a leader and just to help this team, you know, win a national championship and understanding that, you know, it's a bunch of college guys and, you know, we all need to pull kind of on that same string. So understanding that, you know, if I, you know, lead by example, you know, the younger guys will follow.
In terms of what you have accomplished and so many of your teammates, what has it been like to have a hand in rewriting so many team and individual records?
I mean, I think my freshman year, you know, it was real, like, it was, you know, just insane because I didn't know anything about it. So, you know, just having that year and then doing it again this year, you know, I never thought that we couldn't do it again and, you know, break records because, you know, this program and the guys we have here, you know, everyone's so talented. And like I said, when we pull on the same string, you know, good things can happen.
As it was mentioned earlier, you came up with the first cycle ever at Charles Schwab Field, just the second to get single, double, triple home run in a College World Series game. Last time it happened was 1956, and of course, it's that opening game against Florida State not going so well for the Vols after the third inning. Just take us through that night in terms of what the goal was in terms of each time you walked to the plate.
Really, I just, you know, to lead off the game there, you know, I'm trying to set the tone. You know, they hit a home run early, so, you know, I'm trying to get back. You know, I'm not trying to hit a homer. It would have been cool, but just definitely trying to get on base and put a good swing on it and hit the triple. And then from there, I knew I was, you know, I was locked in. And really just trying to win and do everything to get on base for, you know, Burke, Billy, you know, guys behind me. And, you know, I guess I hit that homer. And then, you know, you saw Hunt kind of tell me that I hit the cycle. And I didn't believe it. And then, you know, obviously we were still losing, so I had to lock back in. But it was definitely a really cool moment.
And then you have the rally. I mean, from your perspective, what is it like to just watch the team come together in the fact that one guy has the next guy's back, there's trust, whether the guy's in front of you or the guy behind you? How cool is it that you've got everybody that's just going to apply more steam until the last out is recorded?
Right. I mean, we always talk about it. You know, we're always one inning away, you know, one swing away. So we know if we keep applying pressure and pressure and pressure, we're going to score. And that's kind of what happened right there. You know, KT kind of let it off, and then the train just kept going.
And then, again, you're on the field. You see the swing and a miss, strike three, out three, championship won. How cool was it to celebrate in Omaha?
I mean, that feeling of joy, you know, I'll probably never get again. You know, just being able to, you know, hug my brothers and to be in that moment, you know, it's definitely, you know, a beautiful moment. And, you know, I'm so glad I got to do it, you know, with this group of guys.
All right. Let's hear it for Christian Moore. There's no way we could bring up these guys individually, so welcome up here left-hander Xander Sechrist, as well as left-hander Volley Fingers. Come on, Kirby Connell.
You're older, you can sit down.
Nice of you to respect the elders.
I respect the elders around here.
So the fact that it's been, you guys, you're not seen with one without the other. Take us through the fact that it's now 4 years together, and this is the result.
All right, we'll let the elders go first.
No, it's awesome. To be able to be a part of this program for the last 5 years and, get to spend 4 years with my best friend it's been truly amazing. And, thanks to everybody who was up here on this stage because we couldn't have done it without him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, this guy's my brother, a little mentor when I was a youngin'. A little miscommunication with throwing partners. That's how we became best friends. But it's not just about this friendship. It's about the friendship that I've created over 4 years here. And obviously, to get to Omaha 3 times is just a blessing. And finally, to finish it up in 24 is awesome.
Remarkable seasons for both of you. Kirby led the team in appearances. You, of course, so strong down the stretch, really settled in that spot, that third spot in the rotation. So why don't we start first with you, Xander? What was it like to see the gains that Kirby made, whether it was velocity, just the fact that he was available in so many games? He pitched in every game out in the College World Series.
Yeah, this guy's got a rubber arm. I mean, he's unbelievable. I don't know how he does it. He just goes to sleep after the game, so I don't really know what he does mentally, but he just goes to sleep. And I knew he was going to get the job done. I know we're not guys that throw like Nate Snead over here 100 and Marcus Phillips, 98. I mean, we're not those guys. We're just here to spot up and just get dudes out as quick as possible. And when I came out and Snead came in and then Kirby came in, I knew the job was going to get done.
Kirby, from your vantage point, to see Xander do what he did, especially over his last 6 starts, there was something significant on the line every time he took the mound for the last month and a half, and he really cashed in for Tennessee.
Yeah, I think it shows just, how much trust we had in this guy. For him to go out and throw in all the key moments and elimination games that we were in, for him to go out and throw like he did, it's just truly amazing to watch, and I'm glad I got to be a part of it.
Of course, it was big. Everything was on the line for Tennessee last time you guys played at Lindsey Nelson Stadium, and that was the last game of the Super Regional. Evansville had won Game 2. You get to start, Xander, and you both wind up making your final appearance at home in that game. Why don't you take us through yours first? What was it like to, one, just shut the door on the Purple Aces and then get that exit where number 35 was the first to meet you?
Well, it's just kind of emotional roller coaster there. I knew I came out of after 6, and I knew I had a lot of pitches, and I respectfully went up to Coach V and I said one more, but there may have been a miscommunication of one more inning or one more batter. But I just wanted one more batter because I felt like, personally, I just wanted to walk off that mound, especially in front of the raucous crowd we had. I mean, that environment was the most electric I think I've ever been in. And just to walk out and then see this man first, it's enough to make a grown man cry there. But I didn't shed a tear until you came out and I met you.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to throw that game. And then Coach V sends me down in the 8th and then tells me start playing catch for the 9th. And I was like, okay, at least I know I'll at least get one batter. So I got the guy out and I look up and Coach V's walking out and I'm like, this is it. This is the last time I'll walk off Lindsey Nelson Stadium. And, to be able to do it in front of everybody there to support us was awesome. And then, the first guy that I see is Xander. So I just truly loved it.
Did you ever share with Coach V that you wanted to ask about you being the one to go out and take him out of the game?
Yeah, me and Chuck discussed it, and Cal. We wanted to go out, a little Andy Pettit and, Derek Jeter, a little, hey, we want the lefty. But, you were too locked in on the game, and I understand, so maybe next year. Supposedly, I think NCAA is going to give us another year.
Oh, really?
No.
And to have been here, both of you, as long as you have, 5th year for you, 4th year for you, what has it been like just to watch, one, this team make the advancement that it has, the progress one year to the next, and of course, building the stadium. If you build it, they will come, and boy, they came in record numbers this year.
Yeah, it speaks to what this coaching staff has done, especially with Coach E recruiting, Coach Q in the weight room, and Coach V at the helm, and Coach A as a pitching coach. I mean, it just tells you what they've done, and obviously, a lot of people know the history of Tennessee baseball. We haven't been relevant since '05 before Coach V got here. So in 19 they make a regional, but the cool thing about it is Kirby and I and a lot of other kids up here too committed before Tennessee was like, you know, this nationally ranked team, national all this, national all that. So I think it speaks to the culture that we've built here, and I can't thank the coaching staff and Coach V enough.
Yeah, you know, when I first came here, you know, they made it to a regional, and our next task was, you know, try to get to a super regional, try to get to Omaha, and, you know, end up making it in 21, and then finally got to this year, and a bunch of different personalities up here on the stage. So it took a lot for us to, you know, come up with one goal, and our goal was to walk home champions, and that's what we did.
Tell you what, it was perhaps as exciting a part of last night's postgame as anyone saw. Did you guys diagram how you were going to get the cooler and douse the coach?
We did.
We did.
We did. I said, you want to go grab the cooler? You want to go grab the cooler? Because it's perfect. He was getting interviewed, and I was like, you want to go grab the cooler? And we were like, yeah.
Not going to lie, Q, we did have to grab the lightest one.
Yeah, we did.
And what was it like to, one, pull that off, as well as get to enjoy everything since that last strike was recorded last night?
Just everything you dream of as a kid, playing in Omaha. I mean, all these players up here, you know, they just want to get to Omaha. It was good to see Bargo go back home and in front of his home crowd there. So just for him to win it there is special, and in front of these group of guys right here, and in front of all the fans that were able to go, and then the millions and millions of watching on TV is just unreal.
Kirby?
Yeah, you know, it was an awesome experience just to go out there and win the thing. But it was just awesome to be up here with all these guys. You know, it took every single one of us to go out there and win, and, you know, took all the support from everybody here and everybody that went all the way out to Omaha and all the people that were watching.
Let's hear it for Kirby Connell, Xander Seacrest. Let's bring up one more, and we'll go with right-hander Drew Beam.
Oh, it's a lot cooler around here.
Yeah, the shade caught us.
Shade's a lot better.
Best to go last in that instance. So, as you got on the plane today, you were the one that was the shepherd of the trophy. What's it been like to carry that around?
It's been awesome. It's what you dream of as a kid. You know, I went to Omaha as a little kid and just watched, and wasn't really a fan of any of the teams there. I was just, you know, there to be, you know, a little kid at a baseball game, and now, you know, got to take it on the flight on the bus and just carry it around. Got to enjoy it on the field last night, and it's just such a surreal feeling.
You were a big part of the team in 2022 that was #1 for the majority of the season, part of last year's squad that rallied from a tough start and made it back to the College World Series. What was it like to just see this program take the step that it did with everybody working in the same direction?
It wouldn't be possible without those teams before us. They kind of set the road for us to get here. They laid the culture. They, you know, taught me things, you know, guys like Redmond Walsh and stuff just took me in under their wing my freshman year, and I hope I've been able to pass that on to some of these younger guys and just give some experience. So when we went there this year, it was just a lot easier, and we got to bring that thing home.
You've been steady at it. You've been the consistent spot in the rotation all 3 years, your time in the orange and white. What has it been like to just have that role, whether it be somebody who was trying to close out a series win on a Sunday or maybe a bounce-back performance on a Saturday?
It's been awesome. Coach V, well, I don't know where he's at right there, he gave me an opportunity to come play baseball in the SEC, and then gave me an opportunity to be a weekend starter. And yeah, whatever he told me I was going to do, I trusted him with that, and we ran with it, and it's worked out pretty well for us, and I'm very grateful for that.
Last year, you got to make your first start in the College World Series. This year, you got to make 2. What was it like to go out and deal the way you dealt against Carolina and against A&M?
Last year, first time there, it's crazy, you know, so many fans. Then this year, it was just a lot more easy. I got up there, and I just got to really enjoy it a lot more. And this team had my back, you know, put some runs up for me, and we got to win some games. So it's so cool being in that environment. But I love being back here in Lindsey Nelson, and I'll forever miss playing there.
And then just like Kirby and Xander, you had your moment, whereas the last time you walked off the mound in Knoxville. But what was it like when you get to Sunday, as Tennessee's in a position to rally, win the game, and force last night's contest? What was it like the last time you walked off the mound wearing a Tennessee jersey?
I was just happy. I had a smile on my face. V came out, and I was ready to go. I gave the ball off the cones, and he took care of business in his way, and it was just, you know, I had no regrets coming off that mound.
when you look at how this team, top to bottom, whether it be at the plate, in the field, or on the mound, how enjoyable has it to see that when called upon, everybody's delivered?
It's been cool. There's been a lot of people asked to do it, a lot of different roles, and whether it was a KT jumping over to center field, Kid Inslee ran into a wall and injured himself, and then KT making an amazing play, or guys getting different roles in the bullpen or in starting roles. It's been really cool that everyone's just filled the role that they were asked to, and that's what led us to this place.
And it's without question, Tennessee, like every one of these volunteers, it's been a very special place. What's it meant to you to be from the state as well and come here and help a team do something it had never done before?
Grew up bleeding orange, Tennessee fan, watched football every Saturday with my dad. And now, I got to be a part of this for 3 years, so it's been super cool, especially being the first baseball team to bring home a national championship. I wasn't born yet when we won football in '98, so it's been really cool to bring a championship home, and then we'll see football do it this fall.
Well said. Let's hear it for Drew Beam.
Go Vols.
Another round of applause for Xander and Kirby, Simo, Hunter Ensley, and your Tennessee Volunteers. Incredible season. So why don't we go ahead and take one more look back at the last couple of weeks in Omaha.
Hunter Ensley bolts back on the move. Whoa, makes the catch! And that ball is gone. He's going to come home. There's the tag. And the runner is out. More rockets one toward the gap in right center field. 95 coming in. 110 going out. On the move. And hangs on. Back-to-back strikeouts for Drew Beam. Christian Moore has hit for the cycle in the College World Series. The second in men's College World Series history. The throw, the tag, they got him. Back toward the wall. Ground ball to first. Thrown by Burt. He'll throw to second. The tag applied. Just like that, the inning's over. Tennessee down to its last strike. Line into left field for a base hit. Down into the corner it goes. Pitch line in the air towards center field. That ball's gonna get down. Dylan Dreiling has done it. The comeback is complete. And Tennessee walks it off. 4 runs in the bottom of the ninth. The pitch swing and a miss, strike 3. Kirby Connell puts out the fire. Tears. Oh, did he make the play? He did it again. Lifted in the air towards right. Going back is Laviolette. James Sackstad. Dylan Dreiling has come through for the Big Horn. And he's safe. He avoided the tag. He avoided the tag for the 3rd straight game. Dylan Dreiling has delivered for Tennessee. The pitch. That's the ball game. How about that? Tennessee, the climb is complete.
Anything else you want to say, Coach?
Oh, I just want to say, am I hot?
There you go.
I just want to say, as we send off Billy and this team, I just would like a fresh reminder on what it's like when Billy comes up to bat. Maybe Stom, you could lead us?
Now everybody, have you heard? If you're in the game, then the stroke's the word. Don't take no rhythm, don't take no style. Got a thirst for killing, drink your body.
We sure do appreciate you coming out. Thanks for your support of this team, start to finish. So one more time, let's give it up for the 2024 College World Series champion, your Tennessee Volunteers.
national champions. As you can see, Todd, Robin, and Emily joining us as well. They got the bird's eye view of that huge celebration. What was it like from your vantage point, guys?
Okay, in one word, wow, wow. From the Gay Street experience, team coming down Gay Street to this, wow, is my reaction. What about you guys?
Tony Vitello said, Tennessee is all about unity, this team all about unity. He had all the right things to say to these Vol fans, and you could tell he's just so happy to be home.
Absolutely. I mean, so much talent on the stage, as Coach Vitello said, but, you know, the brotherhood, they care so much for each other. So you kind of see that foundation, that was kind of a theme that was being built even before they went out on the field. Of course, very talented, but it was that teamwork, that brotherhood, that bonding, that kind of in the off season that we saw play out during the season. And what did it do? It got them a national championship.
And a big shout out to the fans. They've been there from the very beginning, and boy, did they show out today to celebrate this team that they have been watching and cheering on to yesterday. The culmination in the win. To be able to say, we're the national champs, and this was a celebration fitting of national champs.
It really was. I mean, I was impressed with the confetti right at the end, and then they had the big orange fireworks with the orange smoke behind the trees, and you know, just a well-planned event, and you know, give honor what honor is due, and this baseball team deserved it. It's something that's been building, and it culminated in a championship.
And you could tell Tony Vitello didn't want to do it with any other team. He loves this team so much, and you could tell they have so much love for each other, and being able to cover them all season and just seeing their growth from the beginning to the end and taking home a national title for the first time in program history. I mean, every time you say it, it just gets more exciting when you say it.
and you know, the bar is set, and you know that is the expectation when it comes to fans and our other teams, is that let's go for those other national championships. So we're going to be watching all of them come football season, basketball season for sure. But this truly has been, as we've all talked about, a culmination of a team that gave blood, sweat, and tears, a fan base that supported them the entire way to this, a celebration on Rocky Top. And no better way to end it than with Billy's walk-up song.
Billy!
And the crowd got into it.
It was awesome. That was probably the highlight of the day, right, guys?
It was indeed the highlight.
She's like, whoa, that's the song. Give me my phone.
I was like, play the song! And they played it, and the crowd just do it just like they do it in a game.
Right on cue, and the fans were right on cue. And that is our time. Thank you for joining us for this celebration of our national champs, the Tennessee Vols. Much more coverage coming up tonight on 10 News at 11. Have a great night, everyone. See you at 11.
The following content